Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. We're back for our Tuesday night stream, and we're going to dive back into the colony we were working with last time, the Death Comet. Now, so far, this comet's been pretty good. It's only killed like one of our duplicates. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of an incident when we were digging up in one of the frozen zones, and somebody got a little trapped up there, and they kind of died. I'm going to say it's partly my fault, but mostly theirs, because they kind of dug all the stuff out and left themselves stranded on a little piece of ice. But welcome to everyone who's already here in the chat. It's so great to see all you people that show up so early to kind of chat a little bit before the stream starts. It's kind of become almost like a little habit now where everybody kind of shows up to chat a little bit before we start streaming, which is super cool. So here we are in the Death Comet. Last time we did some building out here to build out a farm for our pinch of pepper plants. This took pretty much the entirety of the stream last time, and I wanted to dig into the steam geyser. And there's a natural gas geyser over here too that I wanted to get to before, but I just haven't had an opportunity to. So I thought it would be good to tackle those today, especially since our supply of water down here is getting relatively small. And since we drive all of our oxygen off that water, that's probably not a good thing to do. I figure we should probably do something to kind of shore that up a little bit, so we'll tackle that today. With any luck, we won't have any of the challenges that we had in our stream the other day in terms of technology with lag and that sort of thing, but hopefully everything will turn out really well, and we'll get a chance to get in there and get to the geysers. Now, probably a couple other things I should try to take care of today. Oh, these poor guys are having to mop up here like crazy. This food storage I've got going on up here does not really do a very good job of actually preserving the food. Even though this is a scenario where it's cold enough for it to technically be refrigerated, the food still unfortunately spoils, and I think it's in part because there's a little bit of gas that floats around in here that's at a warmer temperature, and when it passes by the ration box, it gives the food that's inside a chance to spoil. So we might have to do something about that at some point today too. Ah, Mr. Yodi, thanks so much for the super chat. Amazing. Thanks for coming to join the stream as well. So we might have to tackle this today. I'm not in a super big rush because we have 140,000 kilocalories of food, and we're going to be producing more because the meal lice we have growing down here are all coming up aces. We're getting excellent yields on all these, and it's turning out for a really good supply of food for us, even though our duplicates are maybe not super happy with it. They're all kind of leveled up to the point now where I think when they're consuming food, they're all looking for standard level food, and the meal lice is really more of a quality -3. So even if we put it into, where is it here, the mush fry bar, the lice loaf, it's still a -2, which is below their standard, so it's actually a bit of a negative stress driver for them. I'm not super worried about it again. We can manage the stress as it goes along, as long as you guys feel comfortable in the chat with shouting out at me if you see a scenario where my stress is getting high, because I have a tendency when I'm really focused on the game and talking with the chat and stuff, I tend to forget my stress. Not that there's a lot that I can do to manage it. We have a couple of massage tables set up for them, so if they get to a threshold of, I think if it's around 50 is where I set it, then they'll go and get a massage, and that should help kind of keep our stress under control. But what I'm going to do down here is I think we'll first get into this steam geyser, and mostly because water is going to get to be a little bit of a challenge down here if we don't get this addressed sooner rather than later. So here's my plan, and I don't know that this is going to work out exactly the way I want it to, but I'm going to give it a whirl. So I'm going to build a space down here that's just going to be like a long tube, basically, of, gosh, brain fart, gas permeable tile. So we're going to do a long tube of gas permeable tile, and I'm going to connect it up here and dig up on an angle through here so that it will run down, and it'll go through maybe like a too-high section of gas permeable tile. I'm hoping the cold biome down here will help leach some of the heat off. And we're going to connect that all the way over here to where our water pump is. So basically the water will come here. It's at like 34 degrees Celsius. It'll travel down. Hopefully some of that metal will act as a bit of a heat sink to help draw some of the heat off of it. So then when it gets over here, it's still going to be on the warm side. But even if it's somewhere in like the mid-20s, I think it would be okay. I don't know if it'll cool down that much from one side to the other, but I figure it can't hurt to give it a whirl. And even if it's on the hot side, I think this room up here, if I remember correctly, is very cold. Yeah. So even if we pump it up here, the hot water will make for hotter running machines up here, but it's in a cold biome anyway, so I think it should kind of even out. For the most part, I think everyone will work out well. Yeah, like you already spam stress in there, but I know just, for anyone who's new to the stream, if you are watching and you can kind of alert me if you see that stress jumping up there, then that'd be great. So first things first, I guess, we're going to need a space that we can work with down here. So I'm going to grab... oh boy, I was hoping I had more wolframite. We've got lots of gold, though, so I guess we could use gold, although it's not going to have the same kind of heat conductivity as the wolframite would. So we've got some wolframite down here we can grab. I might as well take a moment and we'll dig down here a little bit lower. Oops. I really got to remember to hit shift when I'm doing these things. I'm always making derpy ladders everywhere. So we'll dig down here, and I'm going to get as much of this wolframite as we can grab here. Hopefully without anybody stranding themselves and dying. That would be great. Because I'd like to use that for the tile, because it has the highest heat conductivity, so it'll have a greater chance, I think, of trying to pass that heat off into the cold biome and give my water a chance to cool down a bit more. Oh, welcome to the stream, Joe. Glad you've been enjoying the videos. And where? Okay, there we go. It must take it takes a while to go back and watch the streams because they are pretty long. I tend to average between between 2 and 3 hours, I would say, but most of the time I'm closer to the 2-hour mark. So it must take a little while to go back and watch them. Hey, Golden King. Yes, I'll be golden, not that golden. You're the Golden King, obviously. For anyone who isn't aware, we do have a Discord that was set up for everyone to kind of join in and chat if you would like to. Broken buildings. Why are those broken? Huh. I have no idea why those broke. I wonder if somebody got super stressed and went up there and smashed them, but normally they fix them right away, so that's a little weird. Yeah, we're going to prioritize fixing those because that's kind of my source of oxygen, and I figure I might need it. There we go. That's weird. I got like little icons in the lower right of my screen that are actually getting in the way of my prioritization buttons. I can't pick 8 or 9 now. I have no idea why that is. All right, so hopefully we'll get this fixed quick because I don't know what the deal is with that. I mean, our oxygen supply is good in here, and actually, this is really low concentration. This hasn't been running in here for a while. I wonder, am I out of copper? Why haven't they fixed those? Raw metal, I'm out of copper. So they're waiting for copper, and it's not saying that I have insufficient resources. It's just saying it's waiting. That's really lame. All right, we have copper up here I can grab. I mean, unfortunately, our oxygen level is really strong in here, so this isn't really like a huge panic issue, but I would like to get it fixed, because that's really lame. You know what? I have tons of gold. Maybe what I'll do instead is just deconstruct these, and I'll just build them out of gold. Because I'm digging down in the swamp biome anyway, so I'm going to keep running into gold. Outlet pipe for the filter. Yeah, I actually have an outlet pipe right here that's running behind the ladders and stuff, so you can't necessarily see it, but there is one there. I hope they get these taken care of quickly. All right, there's one. So let's get an electrolyzer here. We'll get this built out of gold. Actually, this will be better for temperature, like temperature-wise, anyway. So that'll give me one, and then we'll build another one over here again, just making sure it's out of gold. There we go. All right, so that'll restore the oxygen, hopefully, to its former glory. I've got to do something about this wastewater. I've got tons of this water coming down here, too. All this polluted water kind of drops for the ceiling, but for now, I guess I can just keep cleaning it up. It's just not terribly efficient. Again, our oxygen is in fantastic shape, so I'm not really worried about this too bad. They'll get it fixed in a reasonable amount of time. Face reveal at 10K. Yeah, actually, so we're at 9,961 subscribers so far, which is flat out amazing. I mean, it kind of blows my mind a little bit that there's that many people that have subscribed to the channel. But we are approaching 10,000, and depending on how tonight goes with new people joining up, we might actually clear 10,000 subscribers, which would be kind of cool. I've been trying to figure out what to do for something to acknowledge the 10,000 subscriber level when we cross it. I'm not really one normally for those kind of like benchmark celebrations and that sort of thing, but something that ends with another zero like that, like 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. I mean, those feel like things to kind of celebrate a little bit. So I'm going to try and do something, and I probably will do something with a video camera so that you can actually see my face. I do actually have other videos that I've done that kind of face cam with before, but there's only maybe 3 of them in total on the channel, so they're kind of tucked away a little bit. I'm glad you enjoy the streams. I don't know how to pronounce that. Livong? Thanks for joining the stream, though. I'm glad you enjoy them. Maybe I'm pumping polluted water. Oh, you know what? That's exactly what happened. Ooh, that's a good eye. Okay, so that's, I guarantee you that's what happened. So let's get, I should mop this up. This is going to be a little bit messy because unfortunately when you mop up in the water, it destroys huge amounts of the water volume. But if I don't get that out of there, I mean, the only other option is I could put in a liquid filter, but that consumes extra power. I don't really want to do that. Okay, those ones are clean, so I'm going to cancel these. Oh, thanks very much for the super chat, Tiki. You can stream until you hit 10K sub mark. I will try. We'll see how this goes. But if we hit 10K in like 20 minutes, am I stopping that or? That's actually 20 Danish kroner, which is about $4 or $5 Canadian. But still, that's amazing. And Tiki is constantly giving super chats, so thank you very much for that, Tiki. I appreciate it. 24-hour stream for the 10K. Ah, yeah. But you know, that might be kind of fun in a really twisted sense, except that. I have a family with young children, so trying to sort out a 24-hour stream would be a real challenge for me. Okay, so let's get... If they can get this mess cleaned up, all right, so that should fix the oxygen issue. I can't even talk. Thank you for noticing the polluted water there. You were spot on. So we'll get these fixed, and then everything should be good there, I think. I might have to go and make the connection with the piping and the wire, but... Yeah, it's like $3 or $4 Canadian. However, it's absolutely added up over time because Tiki, you've given so many of those donations. It's crazy. So many super chats during the streams and stuff. So I do appreciate that. To do the super chats, there's like a dollar sign that's underneath like the bottom of the chat there. You can just click on those and it pops up and it gives like like an audio alert so that I know when it's happened. And there's a pop-up that goes across the top of the stream there. Okay, so let's stop him from mopping over here. All right, so we got rid of the mucky water over here. And that should make things all good over there. Wait a minute. Why is it taking damage? Do I have dirty water in the pipe still? Ooh, I do. Oh. Alright, well, they're just going to have to repair it. I mean, on the plus side, I have gold to spare for the moment. So this dirty water is going to have to clear out of here. And unfortunately, it's just going to damage things as it goes through. It'll be okay in the long run. Ugh, look, it makes a mess on the floor, too, when it happens. Nasty. Here's some sleet wheat that's hit an excellent yield here somewhere. I can't see it though. It's so weird. Somewhere here there's a sleet wheat that's got an excellent yield on it. I can hear the sound effect, but I can't actually see the sleet wheat. Sometimes though, the sound effect will go on even after you harvest the wheat. It's a little bit of a bug. Building broken again. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Look at that. It's just going to break over and over again for now. Not to mention all this dirty water that ends up on the floor, which, when they go through the door, ends up down here. Let's clean all that up. Have we got enough of it through yet? All right. Tiny little bit of dirty water there. Now we're all clean again. Okay, so I think that should be good. That'll have us in good shape. Down here we're drawing a little bit of power off of this. I should actually set a pressure switch on this. I didn't think of doing it before, but it would make sense to have one in here. If we grab where's the Atmos switch, I think it is? Yeah, based off gas pressure. And our pressure here is like 7.3 kilograms. This polluted water is going to have polluted oxygen, which is going to come off, and unfortunately, which kind of moves things around a little bit, but once I get this built, then I can set a pressure gauge on that, so we'll try to keep the gases contained in this general area as much as we can. And I really should mop this up also. Okay. So I'm not going to do any prioritization for the moment. I'm going to let them do their thing because I have a habit of doing a whole bunch of prioritization and then they don't really get to the stuff that I really want. So hopefully it won't be an issue. Golden King, I do have an Xbox 360. I generally don't play it anymore. My daughters use it for watching Netflix and stuff, but more often than not I'm playing on the Xbox One if I'm using the Xbox at all. Yeah, I used to play Astroneer. I still play it every once in a blue moon, but not a ton. The Astroneer I was playing on the Xbox One as well. And then a little bit on Windows 10 because it's one of those Play Anywhere games that you can play on either the Xbox or the computer, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I could pump CO2 in there, but so the way this is set up, it's not really optimized for kind of doing that kind of a CO2 setup, because every time the door opens, the CO2 will come out. What I'm thinking instead is doing something else, maybe down in this lower area where CO2 can get trapped in there, and I'll do like a almost like a U-shaped kind of a thing, and then we'll put the food storage containers in there, and we'll let the CO2 build up inside it, and then it will accomplish kind of the same thing. Samantha, I haven't played Don't Starve. I know a bunch of people have been asking about playing Don't Starve together as something for the channel, but it's not something that I've tried yet. Say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious 10 times in a row without stopping. No. I'm pretty sure that word's trademarked anyway. Yeah, I don't have Astroneer on Steam, and we can't play cross-platform that way. It's only supportable on the one platform. The only reason you can play Astroneer on Windows 10 PC is because you're basically running the Xbox One version of the game on a Windows 10 computer. Metal Gear Solid I haven't played in forever. I played like the earliest one, and that was pretty much it. Well, what's the decor on the briar plants? I've never actually looked at that. Do I have any flower vases made? I don't think I do. No, that would figure. So I'll have to throw down a flower vase here and we'll see what it looks like. So, I mean, if we look at the decor in general, it's not exactly in bad shape in the area where they're doing most of their living. It might be interesting maybe to have the flower vases down here to help with the decor in this room, because this room's awful right now, but you know, predominantly that's a result of all this mealwood that's in here. In here, I can't really do anything other than paintings because I have all these storage boxes, but we can do that. Over here, where we have this wonderful heavy watt wire, is where you can see how clear the demarcation is where the heavy watt wire is. So it goes like 6 tiles out on either side from the heavy watt wire is where it radiates that negative decor. But fortunately, it's stopped by objects and stuff. So, like right here, you can see this space that's underneath the flooring isn't affected by the negative decor that's caused by the heavy watt wire. So at some point later, if this colony got big enough, I would use a central channel for this heavy wire and then branch out all my electricity off it onto the different levels on left and right. But probably not an issue at the moment. It's really ugly down here too. All those wonderful pipes and this wonderful wire. I did think about powering up the fridges, but frankly I didn't want to spend the power on it. Particularly when there's other options you can use to not power up the fridges. So I ended up destroying them, and instead I put in ration boxes. And it seems to have slowed the progression of the decay, because it's only like there's a little pocket of air in here somewhere that's too warm. Now it seems to be mostly sitting at the bottom now. Even that says it's refrigerated. But there was a little pocket of warm air drifting around in here, and it was spoiling all my food on me when it went by the ration boxes. I don't know if it's still there anymore, but... Okay, how are they making out down here? Let's prioritize this a little bit. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I do want them to kind of get to this stuff so I can start digging into that geyser. We are going to need that water sooner rather than later, since we're using a fair amount of water in the oxygen production overall. Don't bother with vases, yeah. Isn't this 27? That is a really good question. It's entirely possible I miscounted, but I can't check at the moment, because if I click off of the game, it unfortunately minimizes it. I'll take a look at it afterwards and fix the thumbnail if necessary. Well, Jonathan, I mean, I think with a live stream in particular, I still benefit from the size of my channel, because you know the channel's not so big that I can't see and respond to the comments. So we get to a place now where we're getting a few more people coming to watch the streams and stuff, which is awesome. But it's not so many that the commentary flies by so fast I can't read and respond. And I like being able to stream and chat with people at the same time. I talk to myself all the time while I'm playing games, so it's kind of cool to actually talk to other people. Am I planning any more super secret streams? That stream itself wasn't planned, so I'm gonna go with no. That was a bit of a fiasco. A minor clicking error on my part. Uh-oh, my liquid pump is... Why does it say pipe blocked? Was it just the water backed up? Yeah, that must be what it is. The pipe is just backed up the water. But this pump down here is going to break on me, which is exactly what I was trying to avoid when I was using heavy watt wire down here. And I don't know if maybe it just got too hot or what the deal is. I even used gold amalgam, so I'm surprised it broke on me. Still pumping, though. Hopefully it will keep going, because it's kind of managing all my system up here to grow our pinch of pepper plants. We're 53% stress. There's really nothing you can do with like actively manage stress anymore. You just kind of decorate everything, put up your tables, and then hope for the best. Try to give them food that ideally isn't going to stress them out. Keep them out of mucky water, but you can't actively like help sort out the stress. Oh, don't worry, Grizzly Bear. We haven't been streaming that long. You have a lemon shark on your line. Dare I even ask what game you're playing? Am I ever going to stream Sims 4? I have Sims 4 because my daughter really loves it, but I hadn't really had any designs on playing it. I found most of the playthroughs that people find are interesting on those are ones where people are really having all the storytelling and stuff, and that's not really my kind of thing. What's my power source? I have a couple coal generators running over here. I have a hydrogen generator at the top here, though it's not really getting fed with a ton of hydrogen. I really ought to put a valve on here to try to limit the flow. And I should have a pressure valve in here too, except that the oxygen pressure is so high. I don't know. I didn't really set this one up all that great. I should try to make a few little tweaks to it. But anyway, I have this for power generation. Down here I have a little bit of power being generated by hydrogen gas that's just coming from my fertilizer maker. But ultimately I want to dig into the geyser that is hiding way up here. This natural gas geyser today, so we can kind of tap into that and get some power off it also. I mean, if there's enough people that are interested in the Sims, then I could play it. I mean, I have the game. I don't have all the expansions and stuff for it, but I do have the game. Just I don't know. It's just one of those games where I hadn't really given it a lot of thought. Answering all the confused questions wasn't very fun. Oh, for the stream, yeah. What am I doing for 10k subs? I'm still not entirely certain, to be honest with you. I'm having a really hard time coming up with something that I think would be moderately interesting. And not something really silly like what do they call them? Fidget spinners or something stupid like that. Water pump's not broken. There's normal wire instead of heavy wire. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, it is the electrical wire. You're right. I thought I swapped that out already. Why is that not fixed? I could have sworn. Oh, I know what it was. No, I have a bridge here. Oh, thanks so much for the super chat, David. That's awesome. Appreciate you coming to the stream. Why is this the way that it is? Let's check out our power grid here. You can't even see the wire here. That's the funny thing. Because this, I've got this wire bridge here that I thought was connected right into the pump, but apparently it's not. But it's not going down any, so I'm going to leave it for now. If it breaks ultimately, then I'll try to fix it. If we can dig in there and figure out the problem. But this water is really hot, so I kind of don't want to send any duplicates in there if we can avoid it. We'll end up making duplicate soup, and that may not be the best idea. Cryotic Cubs? I'm sure Cryotic's a different streamer. Or a different YouTube channel. Yeah, you know what's funny with The Sims? There are so many downloadable packs, and they all cost more than the core game does. It's so weird. Like, you can get the core game on sale for less than 20 bucks, and then every one of the packs is $20 also. It's kind of crazy. Do a Q&A. Just do Q&A. Yep, Q&A would work. And actually, probably the best way to gather the questions would be if you do have a question that you'd like to ask for Q&A, that I haven't already asked an answer on the stream anyway, then you can go to the Discord and we can collect up the Q&A questions there, and that way when I do the video I can tackle some of those. And then I'll try to come up with some other things that we can do in that video also. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a live stream or a pre-recorded video. I think a video might work out better just because I can edit a little bit. I hate this water just constantly coming in here. It's going to drive me nuts until I fix it. So I'm going to... iron ore. I've got lots of gold. I don't want to use up my wolframite. It doesn't even matter actually what I make it out of. I'm going to make a little... What did I do here? I blocked it in to stop the water flow, and then I don't know what I was thinking there. Let's destroy this ladder. Get rid of this thing. And then I'm going to do a little tile block here because I'm so tired of cleaning this mess up. I'm going to set it at priority 7. And I'm going to lose my opportunity to dig up here too, but I think that's okay because there's no wolframite up there that I need. We'll get rid of that over here. And this way, when the water collects up, it will run... Dig out this too. It'll run... Once I block this off, it'll just collect on here, it'll run and drop down this hole, and then I won't have to sweep up here anymore. And I think that will do me just fine. Let's do a little ladder here so I can climb up when I want to, and down just in case. Let's destroy this. Do another tile at priority 7. Whenever they break it, stick it right in there. And then with any luck, I won't have to deal with that anymore. Do I have War Thunder? Yes, I do. I have played it a little bit, but I'm not super into that game. It's entertaining, but I don't know. I just I haven't gotten super into it yet. I do have fun doing dogfights and stuff. Like that's kind of the cool part of that game that I enjoy. But just not something I've dedicated a lot of time to, and I haven't gotten obsessed with it yet. Do something super crazy and call it the 10k sub thing. Yeah, I don't even know what would be super crazy. I guess I'm not terribly creative that way, I guess. These guys are doing good at gathering the wolframite, and they're getting a decent amount of it too, which is nice. So 4,875. I'm not sure how many it's going to take to go all the way across. How much metal does this take exactly? It doesn't even say the quantity of metal it takes to make one of these gas permeable tiles, so I can't even tell. Look at that, you can make a tile out of gold and it has a negative decor rating. I don't know how that works. I can't think of anyone that would walk around on tiles of solid gold and would think it was a problem. So slow, come on. It's funny, with 10 duplicates, I still feel like they're just so busy doing everything except what I want them to. They have this mostly dug out, though. It's almost done. And actually, they need to collect up the rest of this wolframite, too. Otherwise, we're going to end up leaving it down below here. And that's probably not ideal. So let me sweep this up. Try to get rid of all this. Because when I close this off, they're not going to have a way to get straight down here anymore. I'm effectively going to take the whole bottom of this area and kind of make it off limits unless I come into it from a different angle. Each gas tile takes 100 kilograms. Does it? Use a floor tile, builds a block of flow, destructed, yada yada. Affects run speed. Oh, duh, I'm dense. You're right, it does. It says it right above it. I'm super slow. And I think it's actually just 100 grams, not 100 kilograms. Because they don't... This doesn't really give a unit of measure, but I guess it could be either. Yeah, the carbon dioxide they're going to produce is going to be a bit of an issue, but what I'm thinking is actually just pumping the carbon dioxide into a room with a scrubber. And then we'll kind of try to control it that way. Initially, what I might even do is try to pump it into a space to make a sterile food environment. Depending on where we set it up. Because so the natural gas is going to wind up over here. The generators I'll probably do in this cold space simply because it's cold. And that seems to be the easy way to manage the heat. And then for the carbon dioxide they produce, I guess I'll do those generators in a closed room so that I can pump the gas out. And maybe try to scrub it somewhere. Yeah, it does say how much material it takes. I'm just apparently not very bright. Destroy something for 10k subs. We could be like that. What's that channel where they destroy everything with the hydro press or whatever? Hi, Lance Peterson. I am not using cheats, no. Not that I know of anyway. I might have done some by accident. Oh, look at this. This is actually almost full. Huh. Well, that's a problem. I'm going to need to dig this out and let some of the water flow over here. Because we're not producing enough. Let me just check out where our dirty water is going. So we've got the water going in here. If I pump hot water in here, though, it might be a bit of an issue. So this is 17 degrees right now. If I let this water flow over, it's 55 degrees, and that's going to alter the temperature of things. Not only in the space where the pipe flows, but also these particular hydroponic farm tiles, which might take us out of our excellent range. But I don't think I have another good source of polluted water that's nearby that I can tap into. So I guess I'm gonna have to. I guess I'll have to do something about that. Maybe I'll leave it for now because it has a little bit left in there, but it's definitely gonna drain that out in very short order. Because right now, all these hydroponic farm tiles are drawing a lot of water. Yeah, I know it is too hot. However, I mean we have a decent amount of food, and I think we have a good stock of seed too, if I'm not mistaken. So for mealwood seeds, we have 337. I feel like that will probably last us a little while. So even if this does get too hot, I'm not super worried about this staying in an excellent state anymore because we just have so much of this food anyway. We could replant for quite a long time off of that. Well, see, I could move it into the cold biome, but there's this steam geyser here that I'm going to try and flow down into the cold biome instead. And it doesn't... It's really hard to cool water down in this game. Like, it just takes forever. I am going to use the water geyser. That's the plan today, is to dig into that. I was first getting the wolframite out from here, which we've got most of it now, actually. Which means I can start doing some building. We're going to use the steam geyser today. That's my big plan for today. I'm going to try and create sort of a water channel here. Oops. Oh, derpy. I didn't use the shift key again. Wolframite. There we go. I'm going to build a water channel here. All the way across that way. And I want it to be too high, so we're going to go like this. Oh, no, don't do that. I'm going to need a door on, at least on this end of it. Oh, I just did it again. I'm super brilliant. I'm going to go like this. I don't know if I need that extra one up there, actually. I probably don't, but I'll leave it there for now anyway. And then we're going to dig our way up here and let the water flow down into this little channel. The channel will take it all the way over to here, and I'm hoping that on this journey it will cool down a bit so we don't have super hot water over there, but I'm not positive. Just pulled a 15-pound lemon shark. Are you playing a fishing game, Elijah? No way! Turkey is here. How cool. Thanks for watching. Turkey. I don't even know Turkey. What? I'm confused. Make algae with your bio and use the dirty water from there. Yeah, that's an option too. I probably do have a collection of slime built up. So this has slime in it here. The only thing is it will draw power. And my grid right now is actually on a fairly tenuous position. I do have power going through this, I guess. I could steal a bit of that. Because these are only turning on periodically, and so's my heaters in here. If I set up something down here, theoretically, I could do that. Suffocating. Whoa, what? Oh, come on. There's always somebody getting trapped in the floor. How did he even get in there? And why did he get in there? Why didn't he just dig his way out? Let's, all right, deconstruct. All right, cancel. Let's do that. Cancel this stuff. We're going to need a little bit of digging power. I can't reach the number 9 because I've got stuff in the way over here. No, yeah, I can get it. Good. All right. Let's dig this out. And if need be, let's build a little ladder right here. He might be able to jump that, I'm hoping. Come on, work fast. Oh, good. Run, Bobacat, run. All right. Crisis averted. Oh, we did manage to get away without them suffocating, so that's good. My goodness. It's like they have just this bad habit of just wanting to die. I don't know why that is. Hold on, let me cancel that. I'm going to try and keep as much ice above here as I can because this will help a little bit with moderating the temperature. Let's go that route. Man, I swear. The country of Turkey. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. So cool, the different countries that I end up seeing on this stream. In part because I'm streaming late at night. I'm streaming lame at night. There's a quote for you for the Discord. Do a whole video with puns at 10K. Oh my goodness, we do so many puns already. I feel like that would just be like piling punishment on top of punishment. See what I didn't do there? What happened? Ooh, I ran out of coal. Again. So this is partly why I want to get into... This is all igneous rock. That's iron ore. This is partly why I want to get into that... Ooh, there's coal up there. Okay, good. That natural gas geyser is because I keep running out of coal. And I feel like when they give me natural gas, I should kind of use it. Oh, derpy ladder again. Again with not using shift. One day I'm going to learn. I swear. No, who am I kidding? I'm dense. Let's dig this out. Give me the coals, because we needs the coals. Hopefully they'll get to that as a matter of priority. We can get that tackled quickly. Drunk video at 10K. Well, that might be interesting. However, probably not something to do given the nature of my channel. It's kind of family friendly and all that. 11:34 p.m. in Brazil. Yeah, I think it's the same. It's the same time here, I think. 10:30. No, it's 10:34. You're about an hour ahead of me. 4 a.m. Whereabouts are you? Franzius Clownington. I feel like that's probably the UK. Yes, yes, Angel, I'm sober. I'm drinking Pepsi. I'm not drinking anything with alcohol in it. Oh, right. I need to fix this. Cancel this. Give me some more of this wonderful tile stuff here. Oh, I meant to cancel one of these tile things here, and I didn't in time. So I'm going to deconstruct this thing. Deconstruct that. We'll put a ladder in place there. I can deconstruct this so that I can put some tile across there, and that will save that. Or not tile, the... well, I guess the gas permeable tile. It's still tile, I suppose. Got those monster. I do, but they're not being fed very well. This poor guy here, he's starving. Alright, here I can put some sandstone in here. That would help. Where's my sandstone? The trouble is, every time I get them to drop stuff on the ground, they end up picking it all up again. See, look, I just dropped sandstone on the ground here, even though... It's so weird. Alright, so I don't want to do that. Leave the sandstone on the ground, please. They took the coal, at least. There's little bits of it. I don't have enough of the hatches, unfortunately. I've only got a few of them. I'd like to get a whole pile of them in the same place so I could feed them and keep them enclosed in an area where I can control the duplicates going and picking up their food source, but I don't have that right now. Array, there are a lot of drinking games based off my desk, but that was mostly in Dark Souls, where it's just pretty much one torturous death after another. Well, hello in Portugal, Oscar. Watching till work drags you off. Well, hopefully work doesn't drag you off too quickly then. Welcome back, Golden King. Okay, I want a door. Give me a door. Now, what I don't know is if this door is going to break from the water pressure that's going to be produced off of this thing. I found a really good way of controlling the geyser if it's in a lower height, where I try to get the pool of water beside it with a barrier of natural ground between the geyser and the pool of water I'm trying to work with. But with where this one's positioned, I can't really do that. I've got too many other things around it, so I'm going to have to let it try to channel downward. And I think it might overpressurize down here, which isn't an issue at all for the gas permeable tile, but it might be for the mechanized airlock. I have to see. No, I haven't played Don't Starve or Don't Starve together. I probably should check those out. They're supposed to be awesome games. Split the storage up to spread the stress out. Well, actually, even the decor down here is not bad now. The storage doesn't really matter. It's really just, I have it so blanketed with stuff now that they're generally happy as long as they're in this space. The trouble is they keep going into places that aren't so nice, like down here where I'm sending into the freezing cold without any sweaters on. Because I still haven't made any Thimbleweed stuff, and I probably should. Why is there no power to this thing? What's going on with my power grid down here? Ooh, is there a broken wire there? It is broken. How about that? I don't even know why I'm using regular wire down here. Seems like kind of a waste, because honestly, I'm not exactly trying to preserve decor down here. This is like an ugly miasma of awfulness down here. They're making good progress here. Let's do another gas permeable tile out of wolframite there. I think this is going to work well. I think. I hope. Maybe. Maybe. What needs more clay? Clay makes some awesome games. I actually love their whole setup. Is YouTube better than Twitch for streaming? That I don't know. I think they each have their own benefits. I've been using YouTube mostly for my streaming because I have my channel on YouTube, so it seems to be more of a natural flow. There are certain features that on Twitch are nicer from a streamer's perspective, and then also from some of the chat management. There are some things around YouTube that are great also in terms of flexibility in the feed and being able to adjust that so you can adjust it according to your internet standard and that sort of thing. But I don't know. I haven't really tried streaming on Twitch. I have an account set up over there because I was going to try and do some dual streaming using restream.io, and I just haven't gotten a chance to dig it out yet. It's not broken. It's just underpowered. Well, it says it's underpowered, but there's actually a broken wire here. Right here. Wire disconnected. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is right there. I mean, they're right there. Oh, they came all the way down, and then they didn't come and fix this thing. Like, really? Come on, people. Oh, no, I know what it is. Duh. Oh my gosh, I am so dense today. So dense. I forgot I had them put an Atmos Mitch on there. So, I've got it set to 1,000 grams. What are they sitting at? 8.1 kilograms. If it's, so we'll turn on if it's above, I don't know. What have I got sitting here? 8 kilograms. Wow, that's some really good pressure gas there. So I'm going to set it so if it's maybe above 2 kilograms. Now it'll work because I'm dense. Thank you for pointing that out. I don't know what the deal is with me today. Played BO2 with you on Xbox 360. What's BO2? Kind of 5 people asking for DST. How many more until you'll do it? I guess I should probably download it, right? I don't really have a fixed number. I mean, part of the issue is just trying to find time for all the games that I really want to play. What is it here? So, I need some algae. I should probably grab some here. Let's get this morb out of here. Get out of here. We need this algae. I don't really need the algae, but I want the algae. Because, I mean, my oxygen's pretty good. But it is starting to change color here a little bit, which means pressure's changing. Progress down here is slow. Let's try and prioritize this also. Where's my priority? Let's do priority 6 down here. We'll get this sped up just a little bit. Not above anything that I have set at crazy priority, but higher than other things. So hopefully they'll get that dealt with. If you had a lot of slime and no algae, you're trying to save power, but just do it. Yeah, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. It takes time also for me, it takes time for me to set up this stuff. So while I'm trying to get to this water, because my water supply is running low down here, if I keep redirecting them to do other things, which I have a really bad habit of doing, I'm really scatterbrained that way. I'll get building stuff, and suddenly I'm sending them places I didn't really intend on. If I do that, then they'll never get to the stuff that I want. So, what's up with Catharsis? Catharsis is me. That was my first channel. Now I just use it as an alternate channel for stuff that I want to play that doesn't really fit well with the theme of this channel, so I'll go over to that channel and sort of stick it up there. I don't upload anything with any real consistency over there. It's just sort of, that's always the if I have time kind of channel. Three filters, why do your oxygen pumps still pump hydrogen in your base? Well, that's a little hard to answer without knowing your setup. You shouldn't have that many filters. That seems like a lot. You could probably channel it through just 1 or 2 filters, I would think, but... Gotta do a roll call of who's still alive. Alright, who's in here? Oh yeah, well, we got 10 of them, so only 1 person died. But we have Bright Star Plays in here, Faithless Angel, Pig Rider, Bubble Cat, Angel of Darkness, Caitlin Roberts, Chris Cornell. It's surprisingly Chris Cornell is still here. Dark Mel. Are they on a diet or something? They have plenty of calories. I don't know why he didn't eat very much. Dark Mel, Robotic Wolf, and Dr. Get Low Dude. That's our current complement of duplicants here, anyway. Hi, Scarlark. Welcome to the stream. Can you be the Morb Sacrifice? We don't even need a Morb Sacrifice. Those days are gone. That was back when we had really limited resources and had a hard time getting water. But now, with these steam geysers, we can have an infinite supply of water. Infinite. I don't even need the polluted oxygen. We got tons of that, too. You don't need 3 air scrubbers at the bottom of your base. What a waste of... Yeah. Yeah, 3 air scrubbers is a lot. I have 1. And as you can see, the air pressure does most of the work for you. It will compress all the CO2 toward the bottom of your colony and kind of keep it out of the way for the most part. Where it gets dangerous, though, is if your pressure up here lowers too much, then the CO2 has the opportunity to expand and grow upward. But with an air scrubber down here, I've got it well under control. These things do a really efficient job. You don't really need a whole bunch. And this one's not even that well placed. It should actually be down here. And I should actually look at moving that. This just used to be full of water, so it's kind of what it is. We're finally getting some progress here. It's going to take them a while to dig through this abyssalite, too. No, just don't dig out from underneath his feet or something and have them drop into a hole. That would really stink. And I could see them doing that. Like, absolutely. It'd be like the ultimate prank. Somebody will run up and just dig the ground up from underneath and let them fall like 50 feet into a hole. You don't want to be dust. Sorry, Golden. Actually, was it Golden that died? Is that who was up here? Who do we have up here? Blake Mayfield was the one who died up here. And the second skeleton disappeared, I noticed. Polluted water in the cold biome is making the dupes feel soggy. Yeah, unfortunately, until... Oh, they got hypothermia, too. So now they're going to be sneezing and sick and everything else. These guys are going to be super happy with me. I can't... Actually, I guess I can start cleaning this up. Let's try to mop out this junk. Maybe they won't feel so nasty because they're not running it. The trouble is that as this stuff melts, you can't really keep the polluted water out. And when they're digging it, you always get that melting. Let's see how it goes. Plenty of air and food. Now, what I need is workers. Well, I've got 10 of them. 10 workers. You know what? Let me turn this back on. Why not? Enable building. It's going to take a little while. I think it's 3 cycles this has to run before you'll get an opportunity to print out another duplicate. But, Oop, that was weird. Oh, they just turned it on. I get it. You know what I should do? I can make more polluted water by building another shower. That's what I should do. Deconstruct this. We'll dig out in here. Oops. Like so. Oh, I can even get coal while I'm at it. That'll be handy. And then I'm going to do more insulated tile in here. Not that I really need it too bad. But we'll go like this. This isn't going to build this top corner one, but that's okay. So when they get to that, then I'll put a second shower in. Because with the number of dupes I have, they could actually... Oh, they're even using the outhouses too. I could do away with the outhouses and build another toilet. Let's make the bathroom really big. Why not? Gonna need more insulated tile. Let's go like this. We'll make it a nice big size bathroom. And then we're gonna have to dig all this business out. Like so. There. So we can do a big bathroom in there, and then I can have a couple more lavatories. Maybe one more, because we'll have... I think maybe we'll stop at like maybe 12 dupes. Something like that. So we'll get a couple showers, a couple lavatories, and then the polluted water that they're producing should be enough to help keep this relatively well supplied. It won't be great, but it will help. And then I won't have to use any extra power to do it, because I'm already pumping water up here. It'll be perfect. It'll be golden. Not Golden King kind of golden, but just golden. Yeah, they look funny when they hop across the ladders. Sometimes they walk on top of them like it's a floor, and then other times not so much. Bunch of busy little bees. Don't forget to extend your air vent in the bathroom so you can get a big pocket of air. Yeah. Well. Yeah, where is my air vent set up over here? Oh gosh, I could just set one down like right here. I probably might as well. I might as well. It'll actually help keep it cool too, now that I think of it. So if we go in here, we'll go to the plumbing. Building lacks resources. Insufficient. Okay, I think we're good. Where's my gas pipe? If we go in here, we just stick with a vent like right here. Boom. Oh, all kinds of air. Particularly since I'm not sending nearly as much as... like, I have all the piping in here to send air all the way to these places, but I don't really need it. These only move, like, tiny, tiny amounts. And it's only when duplicates go in and out that it sucks some of it up. The thing I'm concerned about is that will it compromise the airflow going down here? No, maybe I shouldn't do that. Hold on. Let me cancel this. I'm going to do something a little bit strange. What do I want to do here? You know what? Forget it. It'll be fine. The only thing is, like, every time you make a split like this, it splits the oxygen flow in half. So each time a tile comes down here, one tile will go this way, then one this way, then one that way, one this way. And then, so it's going to do it again here. One this way, one that way. And then it'll come all the way over here, and it'll... Why do I have this weirdness going on? Oh, that's my old piping. I forgot to get rid of it. Oh, well. I should dig that out at some point, but it's not really a priority. So that'll get them good oxygen there anyway. They are still working on my little tunnel down here, I think. Ooh, they're almost done. Very nearly finished. Did I have enough wolframite? That's a good question. Oh, I did, too. Nice. All right, we got wolframite for days. For days. Can you put paintings below the storage containers along the ladder they use? Oh, yeah. Well, see, the bigger issue here is this. This heavy watt wire is the absolute destroyer of decor. So I can put pictures in here. Let me see what kind of effect that has. Let's paint some pictures. Put a whole row of them there. This heavy watt wire, though, is just murder on decor. Actually, what I could do... no, I was just thinking, like, if I put tile there, I could actually block the decor effect, but then we'd have an issue with CO2, maybe. But it would channel the CO2 over here, so I think I'm going to do that. As I talk my way into doing something that I don't even know if it's going to work. Let's build along here. Hold on. If I go right across here, it's not going to be perfect because we're gonna like butt right up against this thing, and then it's not going to work anymore. But this will actually block the negative decor that's coming off this heavy watt wire, so all the space up here will become a little bit happier for them, and maybe they won't have to climb across the ladder. They might run faster. I don't know what it does for their happiness level, but they might run faster. I think this thing... Oh, it's still pumping. That's good. That's not long for this world. It's going to be done soon. Very, very soon. Let's mop in here. We'll get rid of this yucky water. Because I don't want to send that through to my... Don't want to send that through to the water supply that's going to go to the oxygen. Don't kill you, please. Angel, you survived this long. You survive off the souls of the other dead, so it's fine. You'll be good. How can you warm up the colony, the air on my colony? I'm not sure. Are you having issues with cold air in your colony? Because usually the colony ends up getting too hot. You can warm it up by using the space heaters, but if you put some... It's also good to use some insulation for things. So where's my temperature gauge? So down here, this cold biome, things are a little bit chilly. It's not too awful. It's like 10 degrees, so it could be worse. But I did put insulation all along here so that they would stay in more of a moderate temperature in here. So this is all really nice in here. The machines up here are producing heat, but they're in a cold environment, so ultimately the air that they're pumping is relatively chilled. So by the time it gets into these places, it helps maintain the temperature also. So I don't know. I haven't really done much to warm it up. If anything, I try to press the temperature down a little bit because it can get a little bit on the high side. Or do you mean to send like the gases down? In which case, I use a lot of gas permeable tile for that. Have a good night, Black Tura. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I know it was like 4 o'clock in the morning or something when we started for you. It's funny how they make skips when they're walking this. Yeah. Hold on. It's more like they're jumping, I guess. So they're a little slower this way. Once they get this floor built here, they'll actually move a little quicker. Because they can run on that. It's kind of an odd setup, though. This whole thing's going to look a little weird. 49% stress. Okay, this is... If they would just clean up down here a little bit... Actually, they did mop it all. Oh. Good job, guys. Maybe I should pay attention more. Okay, now this is where the work's going to come in, because it's going to take a little while to dig through all this stuff. But I want to make it kind of an angled tunnel this way, so that they can walk up it. If possible, I'd like to do this without making a ladder. Now, the pressure that's in here should probably blow this whole section out. Let's also dig in over here. I'm a little worried about the pressure right here. Maybe I should do more of this. Take this out, and we'll do more tiling, but now I don't really need wolframite for this part. I'm just going to put some... We'll put some gold tiling underneath there, and hopefully that will kind of help keep things from bursting, because I feel like the pressure right here, if I don't have tile, is just going to blow out the bottom of this. We'll see. No, the heavy watt wire effect doesn't go through flooring. You can kind of see it a little bit up here, so if you look at the decor... So this heavy watt wire should be radiating a ton of negative decor for 6 spaces, but it goes 1, 2, on the third one it hits the wall, and then down here, this is only negative because of all this junk that's sitting on the ground. If I swept that up, the negative decor there would look fine. I mean, it would look like this, so it wouldn't be awesome, but you can see how it's actually blocking that negative effect. So you can actually, like, if you really wanted to, if this colony were bigger, and maybe what we'll do in a different colony is you can actually do a central channel up through the middle of your colony with heavy watt wire, and just enclose it with walls on either side. And then you can run your heavy watt wire up through the middle, and then on each level branch it out with its own transformer, and you'll never overpower your circuit. Please check out Factorio. Yeah, a whole bunch of people have been saying I should check out Factorio, and I know I get really busy on other things, and I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but... So, Physiology, thanks for coming and check out the stream. I know it's really late sometimes, unfortunately. So, you know, 10 o'clock at night my time isn't always great. It's a time that works well for me, but it's not, unfortunately, something that works well for everyone. Especially those people who are in the UK. There are some of you who come and check out the stream who are in the UK, which is amazing to me because it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when I start streaming over there. But, ooh, I'm low on coal again. Thank you for pointing that out. 667 kilograms. Actually, that's not that bad relative to where I was. It's not good, but it's not that bad. Just gonna take a peek, see if there's any more hiding in here somewhere. Obsidian. Oh, we got a little more coal here. I can grab that. Plus, we have all this algae. I had algae for days when I started this colony. This place was crazy for algae. Let's see. If I do a ladder here, I should be able to get most of this. Let's just dig this out. Dig, dig, dig. Again, I feel like I'm delaying so much, but I'm going to do a priority on this just so they can get that, because I don't want to run out of power. If we can get the gas geyser situation sorted out, then that'll certainly help a lot, too. You can't feel your tongue and you're drooling. Dare I ask why? No, I'm not tired of hearing Factorio, actually. I've heard it's a good game, and I want to go check it out. I'm like I said, I'm kind of like, you know that dog from the movie Up? Where he's constantly like turning, oh, squirrel! Oh, what did I do? Oh, I shot myself in the foot. That's what I did. I set this floor up in a way where it's sitting out of the water, so I just cut off all the water flow. Oh boy, this part here is going to need to happen sooner rather than. Ooh, they're almost done. Sooner rather than later, because I totally tanked my water supply over there. That was foolish. That was not my most brilliant maneuver. So let's prioritize this then at a 7. Get that set up. We're gonna destroy this over here because I'm gonna enclose the top of this so that it stays. Let's use iron for this. I want it to stay solid in here, like so. Like that. I think that'll work. Hopefully they get this taken care of, and then when the water flows through over here, which it should do relatively, it might even break its own way through there, actually, if I leave it. When it flows through here and it gets all the way over, then we'll get a water supply back for our oxygen. Yeah, Doe from Hum. Yeah, he's an awesome dog. Ooh, squirrel! Yeah, I'm really good at shooting myself in the foot. Hi, Calitotos. I saw you there. Best moment in a stream ever? Which one? I have so many random stuff that comes out of my mouth. Most of it not good. Deconstruct buildings. Let's get rid of this. We got trench stench again. Yay, trench stench. It's a good thing the diseases aren't really bad in this game just yet. Wait, wait. Duplicates are available. Yay! Choose a duplicate. Choose a duplicate. Alright, this guy's buff. Strength 5. Small bladder. That might actually come in handy. Bladder change plus 100% a cycle, because his pee might come in handy if I get those toilets built. Twinkle Toes, Early Bird, Anemic Yokel. I'm thinking I'm going to lean towards the bodybuilder with a small bladder. And I'm wondering if maybe that's an issue with steroids. Hopefully not. Hopefully he's a clean bodybuilder. Tell some Jad jokes. No, the Jad jokes. Alright, so what are we going to name this guy? Who should we name this duplicate? Stiva. There we go. Stiva Bazrio. Welcome to the colony. I hope your food expectation is low. I didn't even look at that because I'm not smart enough to look down there. I hope your food expectation is low though, because if it's not, then we might have some stress. Because oh look, we got an ugly crier. Oh, it's so sad. Sorry, Caitlin, you're an ugly crier. Is she crying in bed? Where's Caitlin? No, she's not crying in bed. Yeah, it was good timing. Ooh, squirrel. Why have I not made a rest in peace shirt? I don't know. That's just something funny to say on the stream, but I have no intention of making a shirt of it, I guess. That would probably be... yeah, that's the reason. Think you just pissed off 3 of your friends. How? How so? Wait for the disease update. Yeah, that will be interesting. But I mean, I hope with the disease update they actually give us a better way to combat the disease because... oh boy. Is anyone familiar with the law of unintended consequences? So, in my infinite brilliance of putting this floor in here so that the water comes through, wouldn't conceivably break through the dirt underneath, I put this pump out of the water, which had a multiple impact on me. So not only am I not pumping water up to my... well, that's a funny noise. Not only am I not pumping water all the way up to my oxygen generators, so I'm not... my electrolyzers, so I'm not producing oxygen. I'm also not pumping water into my air scrubbers, so now we've got CO2 buildup. Yeah. The only place with good air right now is up top here, where I would not expect there to be good air. Brilliant! Brilliant! Gah! Alright. I'm going to destroy this pump and move it down. So at least it'll get a little bit of water. It's not going to be a lot, though. Let's deconstruct this. I don't think I made this out of gold either, so I kind of want to do that. Which will work out well. So into my plumbing, into my liquid pumps. Grab some gold amalgam. And we'll build this down here while I cry in a corner. Let's go like that. I'm going to use... I wonder if I should use heavy watt wire. I'm not going to, but I wonder if I should. Wonder. Connect that up like so. Let's do quick priority on this. Actually, let's prioritize this whole business. Get that all done with. I want to get some water down there finally. And I should also prioritize this here so we can actually get this dug out. So we'll get some supplemental oxygen production out of that algae, which will balance out everything in the middle for me most quickly. Read this. What did baby corn say to mommy corn? Where's popcorn? Ba-dum-bumps. So for those of you who don't know me, I do love corny jokes. They always come up in the stream. You'll see that kind of fly by in the chat and stuff. In part, I like them because I like to relate them to my daughter when I find one that's particularly good. Most of the time, it results in her shaking her head at me and making a face, but every now and then I get a laugh. You're an ugly crier. Oh no! All right, let's make Caitlin cry. I think she already did cry though. All right, there we go. We got water movement. This isn't gonna last long though. That's gonna pump out of there fast. This will scrub the air out of here quickly, which is good. Boy, that CO2 really builds up quick. So this is what I was saying. If you let the pressure drop down here, you very quickly get buildup down here. I should get rid of this little wall here too. Let the CO2 flow down into this lower space. And then what I really ought to do is put my scrubber down bottom here. Except that clearly the pressure is building up here, but part of it is because I'm venting CO2 from here over to the scrubber, but not that this is producing a ton of power, but it's doing something. A little bit. Did you read that the list is God? Oh my goodness. Again with the list. Not the list. What do ugly criers do? They basically break down and cry. And when they're crying, they radiate negative decor around them. If I could find Caitlin, I think... no, she already hit the massage table, so she's fine now, but they radiate negative decor around them while they're crying, and then they radiate negative decor around them when they're finished crying. So it's just sort of a funny effect more than anything. It's not really a huge detriment, but it is funny to see. I want a door over here because I want a door. No, I don't want to power that thing. I don't want to power it. Oh, let me reroute the power. I am so not wanting to power this thing. I'm going to make a little jaunt in here and just reroute the power just because. I hate powering the doors. Why are dragons so slow? Because they're always dragging. Bump, bump. Where's your traits in the game? If we look in vitals, where are we here? Stiffabuzrio, there we go. Let's see. Stats. Oh, you're an ugly crier. Look at that. So we've got, you're a duplicant. Imagine that. Traits, duplicant. Is there any other trait you could have? I guess when you look at, I guess if you look at hatch, the trait would be like, I don't know, hatch. Small bladder, buff, and you're an ugly crier. You've got good strength. Your expectations are decor expectation of 10. Oh, look at you, all fancy pants. But you're willing to eat terrible food, so I'm okay with that. Everybody's sleeping again. So here's that decor, and you can see the spot right above with this little bit of floor now. It doesn't have that negative decor impact. So when we get this built all the way across here, we'll actually positively improve our decor. It'll be good. It'll be good, good. Carbon dioxide. Yeah, I really need to get this dug out so the CO2 can settle down here. Because we have got good pockets of it. This is, oh boy. There we go. Yay, we got oxygen again. All right, so they'll be good. They'll get all that fine. Problem moderately solved. Pronounce. Do I want to say that word? Is that a bad word? Should I really be saying that? I'm not really sure. Well, CrypticFox, do you know how to increase strength with a labor? Strength. Yeah, if you put them on the treadmills, you get them running on these things, it'll boost up their strength. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So we've got who have we got on here? We got Bubble Cat on here. Bubble Cat, his stats are strength -3, but I think he started at strength -5, so he's working out. Things are going good. He's got the old noodle arms trait. But I think if they run on there long enough, they can increase their strength trait. I think that's what it is. Maybe there's a different one that accounts for that. Hold on. Stats. So we've got construction, digging, tinkering. Oh, maybe it's athletics that improves by running on there. I'm actually not sure about the strength. Maybe just general work and carrying stuff around. I don't know. I've never really actively tried to boost any of their stats. I just kind of let them go. I hope this base will last forever. I don't think it will. I'm pretty sure they all come to an end at some point. It's really stable, though. I mean, we're not having any issues with food. As much as I've had minor problems with oxygen, they're not even really big problems. I say that as my oxygen's not looking ideal, but as long as I have access to some algae and some means of producing power and some water, which I'm out of algae, I'm out of water. All right, things are looking grim. Maybe I shouldn't be so cocky about this being stable, but I think it'll be good. We'll be fine. When is the first second of eternity? It's now. To me, that has no meaning. Oh. Covfef. Covfiffy. Coffee? I don't know. Apparently I'm not up on my memes. No, I don't think the small battery does produce as much heat. Let me see. Decor, radius, overheat temperature. No, it doesn't show there, but let's check in the power. The tiny battery produces 6.25 watts of heat, and the big one produces, yes, it produces the exact same amount. How about that? This battery's just been sitting here since I started the colony. This is the very center of what I started with. And then I've kind of built all this stuff around it. But yeah, it does produce the same amount of heat. That's really funny. It's even smaller. Like, I don't get it. Strength of medicines are a stat that can't... Oh, yeah, that's entirely possible. You might not be able to boost strength just yet. But again, it's not really one I've focused on worrying about. I don't feel like it has any real impact on stuff. And maybe it will one day. I don't know. But at the moment, it just doesn't really seem to do anything. Okay, you guys have got to get this dug out for me. I'm tired of not having water, which means I don't have oxygen. So let's dig this out, and then whoever does the digging can get scalded a little bit and then run and cry. And do we have a medical table anywhere? I don't. Sweet. Oh, you know what? I just realized we have 11. Oh, no, we did have an extra bed, so we're fine. The next duplicate that comes in, though, remind me we have to make another bed. Because I think we have 11 beds right now. What kind of tea is hard to swallow? Reality. Ha, bumps. What will I do if my colony collapses? I will become an ugly crier. That's what I'll do. I don't know. I'll start another colony. I have so many on the go already. I mean, what's another one? I don't think it's going to collapse. Ooh, look, things are working good over here. Except that we've got really funny water physics going on here. This water may not even make it all the way across. That could be a problem. And maybe one I didn't anticipate. Oh, no, there it goes. Come on. Oh, I'm making polluted water, though. Oh, come on. So, all this stuff in here is melting, and it's making polluted water on me. That's gross. I kind of need them to dig this out, but now they can't reach it. So it just says dig pending. Give me more waters. I feel like my plan failed. Ultra fail. It's going to get over there eventually, but man, is it going slow. All right. Gosh. And in the meantime, we're getting a nice buildup of CO2. Things are looking good. Yeah. People are going to have trouble breathing very soon. Actually, it's not that high concentration. I think it'll be okay. It's going to keep climbing, though. As soon as we can get air production up here. So let me focus on that. Let's buy time with the water. We'll dig out some of this wonderful algae we've got up here. Hold on. Prioritize this at 7. We'll dig out some of this algae. That'll buy us time by building air pressure in here and give a little more time for this water to gradually make its way over. Because it's going super... It's not even running out of the geyser now. Come on. This game is out to get me. I have another colony where I have a water geyser that's produced just crazy amounts of water. Enough that I actually have like a full big reservoir that I draw water out of constantly and never goes down. And then the little starter area. So, oh, okay, there it goes. I guess it doesn't... I thought it was a constant flow, but I guess it's just periodic. But it's getting over there. If we get enough back pressure here, it will flow through there. A little messy, but it will work in the end. Dig the geyser from above to reach everything that's unreachable now. Yeah, but if I dig in there, we're going to get all this steam. Actually, there's not that much steam in there right now. Yeah, okay, let's do that. This might make things a little... I don't really care that it's even hot out here because it's already hot, I guess. We'll do a ladder in here. Oh, they're going to be right next to this geyser, though. All right, let me not do that one. Hold on. I'll do the ladder at least 1 block away so that they don't get scalded quite so bad. I feel like I'm like sending somebody off to their death when I do this. Let's go like that. And then they can dig in this. There. That'll work. And we'll dig out this part too, just to make sure the geyser isn't blocked in any way. Ooh, they got this done up here. Nice. Okay, so we can do... Let's do... I don't know. Should I do another shower and then another toilet maybe? I guess that will work. In our plumbing, we'll grab our shower. This will get me some more polluted water. Which is good. We'll get a lavatory. We'll put that over here. I'll leave space for 2 lavatories here, I guess. Just in case I want to put in another one. I don't think I'm going to yet. But we'll go this way. Okay, and then we'll connect up over here so this can join all the rest of the wastewater. Boom, get that done. And then we'll start to resupply the polluted water down here, which is feeding our crops, which are now not as irrigated as they should be. Yeesh. It's a good thing we have lots of food. Oh, we got another duplicate. Who are we going to grab this time? Who wrote the Book of Love? What's a cool theory? I'm sorry, I haven't been reading the chat for a minute because I was kind of focused on stuff. Dig the geyser from above. We got that. You can become a binge eater instead of an ugly crier. Oh, that would be bad. No. We're in a really good food place right now. I don't want to introduce a binge eater to this mess. Duplicate on a microscopic level. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, that's an interesting theory because the water physics do play around in a way that would suggest that it's at that level. Maybe. Water graphic doesn't travel over the water tiles as well. Yeah. Should make the whole water tunnel out of gas permeable tile. That way it can't connect to anything. Well, the whole thing is out of gas permeable tile, actually. Well, except for the door. I left the door there just in case I needed to get in for any reason. Make another bed. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. I need a dupe. Who's going to be a dupe? I want to pick somebody who was here really early on. So how far back can I scroll? Let me see. So we'll take a moment. Scrolling back. Scroll. Jonathan M. was the first person here that I can see. No. Nope, I can't scroll back far enough. But Jonathan M's the first name as far back as I can scroll. So we'll bring him in. So let's see. We've got Buff, Ugly Crier with a decor expectation of 15 and terrible food quality. Iron Gut, New Alarms, Dimensionally Inept. Nope. Loud Sleeper, Mouth Breather. Okay. This is the one we're going to go with. Jonathan M. Welcome to the colony. Print. I'm going to get all the way back down to the bottom again. Oh, I forgot I can't click off that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we got another duplicate coming in. So we're going to need another bed. Thank you for reminding me. And, of course, he came in right before bedtime. Oh, well, sleep on the floor. Sorry, Jonathan. Your first night's going to be a rough one. karma bed. Austin was on here 2 days ago. Boy, that's really coming early to the stream. Sorry, I already picked the name for the dupe. It's a little hard to pick everyone. There's almost 300 people watching the stream right now. And a whole bunch of you are chatting, which is awesome. I love that. Obviously not all 300 of you are chatting, but... Name it Caitlin Jr. So we're going to be another ugly crier just like Caitlin. Here's that decor now. Oh, things are looking a little bit nicer above that floor. I guess if... You know what? I guess if I really wanted to, I could make this... Nah... I don't think gas permeable tile helps the decor. Can't tell. It might. No, I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, good. Good. So the water got all the way over there, and on the plus side, we have fresh water. So the water physics have this really weird property where the polluted water and the fresh water won't really mix. You end up with separated tiles of it. Ooh, I'm surprised it didn't block it here, though. We'll see what happens with the water that comes down above. But the fresh water is actually separating itself right here, so we're getting a supply of fresh water in here that's not tainted with the polluted water. So hopefully it'll stay that way, and then I don't have to clean up any of that mess in there, which is good because it's super hot. That's good. Oh, we got polluted air coming in, though. Why do we... Oh, right. That's why. That's why. All right. We need to dig this. Dig. Deconstruct this. I'm going to put a door in here just because I completely forgot I was putting gas permeable tile in here, so the polluted water that's coming through here is letting up... Natural gas. Where is that coming from? There's no way our flatulent dupe was down there long enough that they tooted up that much. It's not really. It's not like it's in high percentage, but I didn't think we had a flatulent duplicate that was down there long enough to produce that much natural gas. That guy's like a professional farter. That's real skill right there. I'm kind of impressed. I'm gonna set this here and try and clean up some of the polluted air that came out. In my ineptitude, I neglected to notice, and now... Oh, they can't fix that. How did they build part of it, but not all of it? That's weird. Whatever, it works. We've got showers going. We've got... Let's make sure the water's not backing up here at all. Oh, yeah, things are looking good. Good. We're getting polluted water going down here, which is good. It's not tons of it, but it's some. We're getting a relatively steady flow going through there, so that's good. The important thing is I didn't have to dig in and get that super hot stuff, which is... Again, awesome from my perspective anyway. Check above your polluted water pump for your plants. What? Above my polluted water pump for my plants. What? You know what's funny is that wire over here that said that it was broken? It's not broken anymore, but everything's still working. I don't understand that at all. Oh yeah, there's more polluted oxygen, or more natural gas here. That's so weird. I'm not producing nearly enough polluted water, even with this setup. Oh no. Okay. Bad. Hey, Kazi. Tell them what I did. What'd I do? What'd I do? I have no... Oh, no. We won't speak of that. It didn't happen. If I don't acknowledge it, it didn't happen. Dr. Get Low Dude is going to be in a lot of trouble in a very short amount of time. Let's do this priority 9. We'll get a ladder built down here for Dr. Get Low Dude. Can he reach that? I'm not sure, so we're going to build it there. Things are going to get really, really bad. Oh, he's running for it. Oh, we got out. Okay. I thought this stuff was unreachable, but apparently they are willing to run that far in the water as long as it's a way to get to freedom. If it's anything else other than freedom, they don't want to do it. I didn't... Nope, Kazi, I didn't do nothing. For anyone who's been following along with the stream for Ark Survival Evolved, where we're playing in Scorched Earth, I may or may not have accidentally allowed the death of a certain dinosaur. Maybe. Or not. I don't know. Let's do Igneous Rock. I don't know what difference it's going to make here, but we'll do that. Prioritize this one at a 6. We'll block off this opening so we keep the gases trapped in there, or the steam, rather. I'm not sure if it will ultimately break away any of the slime around the block that I put in there, but I think it should be okay. Shower on the toilet, water draining to the pool, and then being pumped back to the plants. Yeah, that would make more sense. Where's my pump here? Yeah, you're right. I am pumping it directly. I might as well just do it like this. So I'm going to, just to make sure that there's no confusion here in the system, I'm going to deconstruct this pipe here. And I think that will allow it to flow. Now, the trouble is, I mean, ultimately I want more water here because the flow that comes out of these toilets and showers only happens when they're showering. Or using the bathroom, obviously. Which isn't really going to produce enough for this to stay all that consistently. So I really need another supply of water that lets me supplement it on a much more consistent basis. But for now, I'll make this bridge here. And that should help the supply for the most part. Hello, baby glow life. How could I? It was an accident. We were out wandering, exploring a little bit. I may have gotten cocky with the dino camel. I may have killed a couple of things and then decided maybe I could also take on a wild boar. And it turns out the pigs in that game are absolutely ridiculous. It just owned me. Apex, I did notice you. I noticed you a while ago. Not to worry. Apex Salamander, you are seen. What's going on, Related Wolf? Charles Parker. He's an evil man. I'm not an evil man. It was really... No, if anything, I'm a negligent man. It wasn't with malice aforethought. It was just pure negligence, which makes it better, right? Alright, so this will save a little power now that we're not pumping there, so that's okay. But I do want to get more water in here, ultimately. I should do something about that. Oh, come on. I even changed the priority order on this, and they still built it wrong. Delete the outhouse. I don't even need to delete them. What I'll do is I'll just, I'll disable them. There we go. Let's dig this, too. That's a weird place for the sand to be sitting. Oh, I see what happened. It happened up here. Oh, look. It's our little hatch. He's going to eat my fertilizer on me. All right, this is working great. How's our water temperature down here? Oh, look at that. That worked out perfectly. So the water down here, 17 degrees. Boom. That worked awesome. So it's down at this end, it's like 15 degrees, 17 degrees, which is still the ideal temperature for stuff that I want to use it for. But over here, 35 degrees, 57 degrees. So this is actually working really, really well to cool it down. You can see over here it starts at like 26. As it progresses across, it gets down 20, 18, 17, 6. Oh, but it gets actually really cold. Holy cow. 11 degrees, 12 degrees. Everything's good. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Cool it on the way across. Now, I don't think that's going to work forever because the temperature in here will ultimately build up. No, actually, it's staying pretty cool. That's really good. This is good, good, good. So the heat down here is getting totally managed here, and we're getting the perfect water temperature sitting over here. Except they did cut into this cold biome, so it might get really cold down here soon. We'll see. Forgot to disconnect the power to the door after... Oh, I did. You're right. Thank you. Deconstruct wires. Bam. I didn't go rogue. If anything, Alex the camel went rogue. It was totally his fault. I told him not to attack the boar. He did it anyway. And then when I told him to run away, he said, no, I'm going to take this thing. And then next thing you know, he's dead. And I'm dead with him. It's all his fault. Pass the blame. Oh, thank you. Bed bandwagon. I'm going to destroy this bed. So we're going to get 2 duplicates that don't have a place to sleep. Because that seems like the ideal solution. Particularly right before nightfall. Ah! Okay, now furniture. Cot. 9. Build fast. Like super fast. Like really, really, really fast. Because it's about bedtime. And now... crud. Okay, at least this time I told him to make it. Please read your long comment, Elijah. Where's your long comment? Please read my long comment. Okay, so when I have to scroll back in the chat to hunt for your long comment, it's too far back there. Please read my. I'm not gonna go back any further to hunt for that. I'm sorry. If you wanted me to see it, then you're gonna have to repost it. You hope you get gassy at the most inopportune time. Oh, it's how diabolical. I'm actually curious. What would be the most inopportune time? I don't even sure. Maybe the middle of a meeting. I guess that would be bad. Geysers are scary. They look like creepy monsters stuck in the wall. Yeah, like a little bit. Rah, a little bit evil mouth. The steam and stuff comes out. In this case, though, it's pretty much my supply for perfect water. I actually, at the rate this is working, I have a feeling that I won't even use up the water all entirely. This is working really good. I'm really happy with that setup. That worked perfectly. Just perfectly. No riot. No need to mop the polluted water because the clean water doesn't mix. Yeah, it's working great. So it's doing a really good separation here, which is perfect. If I go in to mop it up, it'll basically just destroy mass of the water. So this here I'm not really thrilled about. We got this weird little bottleneck, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the flow of water down to the far end. So hopefully... Oh, what are they doing in here? Stop that. Stop it! Let's lock this. I don't want them going in there. Did they just take water through the door? That was weird. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so they're just picking up granite and stuff. Okay, good. So this should work out really well. I think everything down there's awesome. I'm loving that. Loving it. Airflow's good. All right, so this is all going to manage itself well enough for now. Except I don't have power again. Oh, with the power. If you tile around the geyser so it doesn't touch slime anymore, the polluted water would stop. Yeah, but I'd have to... Well, okay. Hold on. I guess... Well, the trouble is I just blocked this thing in up here. Let me dig this. Well, actually, I don't even need to dig it. I'm going to have to put a ladder down. And then if I put tile in here, it doesn't really matter what I make the tile out of, I guess. And that'll take care of some of that. And then up here, I'll have to get rid of this again. Deconstruct. Let them get to that. Okay, so the next thing I want to tackle is this gas geyser over here. Now, I haven't played around with the gas geysers at all in the game yet. So this one might end up being just a little bit tricky. It worked perfectly. I'm skeptical how long until it turns belly up. It's working great. Why would you even doubt it? I mean, look at it. It's awesome. I mean, the only issue is that I've got all this polluted water here, which could eventually create a bit of a logjam. I kind of hope it doesn't, but it's possible. But overall, I mean, you can't tell me that it didn't work well. Now, here's the problem, and here's where it might encounter an issue. If there's not a flow of water going across the thing at a sufficient rate, it's possible we could start to get ice forming in here. And if it does, that would be a problem. But for now, it pretty much worked out great. Yeah, bleach stone, you want to look for pockets of chlorine. So there should... I think I saw some in this game. Here's bleach stone here. Bleach stone! So look for these chlorine pockets, and you'll find it in there. But I pretty much never even use the hand sanitizer. I have yet to build one in the game, because when they come over here and take a shower, it gets rid of the grimy hands buff also. So if we look at Bubblecat saying they're grimy... Soggy feet, grimy, but see, there's neither one of them. Ooh, light wounds, too. I should actually get a medical thing. The shower will get rid of the grimy effect, and it also gets rid of the grubby hands or grimy hands or whatever it is. You don't even need the hand sanitizer. 1.3 power generators forever, apparently. 1.3 generator powers it. What? You mean for the hydrogen? Oh. Another duplicate. I'm not gonna take a duplicate this time. Let's stop at 12 for the moment. Until I get my bearings, we can handle on things a little bit. I'm going to disable the building and leave that. With the 12 duplicates we have, I think that gives a pretty good workforce for the moment. They got this taken care of. I should probably tile all the way up in here, too. Just to make sure we don't have any of this fancy slimy stuff going on. There we go. They can take care of that, and then we'll plug up the hole here so it kind of keeps all the steam in there. Not that we're getting any steam built up out here, but still. Grimy hands is a buff or sorry, it's a debuff. Yeah, it's gives them it's like a negative stress impact when they have dirty hands. Yes, I did miss your comment again because I'm trying to pay attention to different things. To nothing, the first second of eternity has begun. There's this mountain made of pure diamond. It takes an hour to go around it and an hour to climb it. Every 100 years, a little bird comes in, sharpens its beak on the mountain. When the mountain is reduced to nothing, the first second of eternity has begun. Okay. If you say so. I kind of feel like the first second of eternity begins the first time the bird tries to sharpen his beak, because it'll take him an eternity to ever try and do anything with it. Yeah, the water physics are a little bit weird, but like someone was saying before, it's almost like these guys are at like a tiny, tiny scale maybe, and then it makes sense because you get that the hydrogen bonding of water would allow it to adhere to objects that way, and you would get a really funny behavior, but... somebody did the math and figured averages to the new patch to 1.3 hydrogen generators is enough to... Well, it depends on how many things you have running off of it, though, right? Or are you saying that the steam or the natural gas geyser is enough to power 1.3 hydrogen generators? Yeah, well, I'm going to try and make an efficient seal, so we'll see what happens here. But I know it does get super pressured, so this could be interesting. Okay, so we're going to need to dig out over here. I think we'll start with just some tile. I'm going to use... let's see. For one of the rare occasions, I actually have a lot of obsidian, but I'm going to use igneous rock here, I think, for my tile. Let's build this over here. Like so. Dig this out. And this is where I'm going to find out there's another geyser hidden behind this little funny pocket right here. Just you wait. I'll dig into it and everything will go boom! We'll have gas everywhere. It'll be like when Kazi's over visiting. Ha. Wouldn't the slime on the tiles near the geyser pollute the water too? Yeah, that's possible also. Let me just double check it. I mean, there's a possibility. I don't know whether it does or not, but let me sweep it up just to solve for that probability. I mean, this is going to be a problem right here anyway, but I think most of the water is flowing down here in this opening, so it shouldn't really be that bad. Oh, the poor guys are getting all scalded. We're making them do the worst work possible down here. Clean it up. Clean it up. Oh, don't get burnt. Oh, why'd you go all the way down there? Where are you going? That was ridiculous. They just did like a marathon run all the way down the water. All right, whatever works, I guess. Now that I'm scalding all my people, I probably should do something medically for them. Just so I don't feel bad. Let's do a rejuvenator or two. We're going to need power for this, of course. Boy, I'm going to be tapping into power that's already a little tapped. Not thrilled with that. However, most of the stuff on here is intermittent use anyway, so it should be okay. How much time is left for the stream? That's a good question. We're at 11:30 my time, so about another half an hour. However, I might keep playing until we manage to get to 10,000 if things are growing nicely. So we're at 9,982 subscribers right now, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Another 18 subscribers will hit 10,000, so I'm kind of inclined to keep playing and see if we manage to get there. And if we do, fantastic. We'll see how it goes. I'm curious to see what happens in the next 30 minutes or so. Since I have the pinch pepper plants now on the stream, you need to build a kitchen so you can make better food. You are correct. And I haven't really been worried about it because I have so many kilocalories, and I'm not super worried about stress because they're not going crazy on me. But I will build a kitchen. Maybe we'll tackle that next time. I think, though, for the bread, we might need sleet wheat also. And I haven't been growing it, and I really should get it started because it takes like 18 cycles. It's kind of crazy. On the plus side, this was not a geyser, so that's good. I didn't blow myself up. Yay! You're bored? Oh, that's great. I love when people are bored. Friendship bracelets. Sorry, I missed what you guys were talking about. This is not an opportunity. It's just you being a jerk. Oh, yes, it is me. Yeah. Just like when you fed Alex, my only true friend, to a boar. Yeah. You know, if nothing else, I kind of wish the boar had left the body behind so we could harvest it for meat and then I could feed it to you instead of the boar, but I can only do what I can do, my friend. Almost there, 9,992. Holy, look at that. It's jumping up now. Hi, Michael Tran. Where's the fridge and mess tables? So, I don't really have a true fridge. I have this spot here that's refrigerated, and then I have the mess tables over here. So they kind of have a bit of a run to get to the food, which isn't awesome, but I don't want to use actual fridges because they consume power, and I don't like that. I'm already sucking up power everywhere else. So I feel like I shouldn't be sucking up power there, too. I think this polluted water might actually be blocking stuff up here. I can't tell. I can't tell if this is going down or not because there's a really funny way that the water reacts around these tiles. Oh gosh, it's like 1,000 kilograms. Oh man, I've got tons of water there. Okay, I don't have to worry about it at all. That's awesome. That's gonna work good. Revert polluted water from the CO2 scrubber to the plants. Oh yes. Oh yeah, that is a good idea. Because I'm just sending it down here right now to get rid of it. I forgot about that. Let's do that. Let's shall. I did have that set up that way before, but it was causing a lot of problems with the flow. Things got really messy with the flow. So this is going to be a little strange. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to send it upward. So if we deconstruct this thing... Nope. It would help if I actually chose the right piece. There we go. Oh, what did I just... That's weird. Why did I do like a little double thingy there? I hope that's only going to break one thing. Oh. Oh, I've got that pipe too. Alright, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to send this all the way up top. I could connect it here, but it causes really weird things to happen with the flow of water. So this is a little bit counterintuitive because I'm going way past it only to send it back again. Let's go. Come on. Like this. Oh, gosh, that's ugly. I'm going to send it way past it and then have it come back, only because when I tried before to have another connection coming in here, because I was originally pumping it up and coming in on this side, it just totally messed up the flow of water and it was not working properly. Actually, this is getting well irrigated now. I might not even need this extra water. I'm going to deconstruct the liquid pipe that's right here because it's just extra waste, and I'm anal retentive that way. Oh, we're not at 10,000 yet. I'm showing 9,997. We'll see what happens. Do funny voices for 10k subs. What do you classify as a funny voice, I guess? Come on. Dig, dig, dig. Build, build, build. Stuff, stuff, stuff. They're all sleeping again. Pinch of pepper plants are ready for harvest. Let me see. Ta-da! Nope. Not really. Growing 37%. 37%. It's ideal pressure, ideal air. Everything's looking good over here. They're all projecting an excellent yield, which is awesome. These plants are growing great in here. So they're not ready to harvest yet, but they are producing excellent yield. As they grow along too, they'll end up like dropping these little peppers on the ground, and then at some point they'll just bust out, and there'll be like a dozen of them like all in the plant, and that's when you can go harvest. Oh my gosh, we just cleared 10,000! Yay! 10,005. We went from 9,999 to 10,005. That is amazing. Thank you to everyone that subscribes to the channel, by the way. I can't believe that we're at 10,000. I mean, I think back to when I started focusing on doing more videos, and I had like 25 subscribers because I had only just sort of played around with it a little bit before that. And now we just cleared 10,000. Like, that number just seems enormous to me. And then I look at these channels that have like 1 million or 15 billion, and that just blows my mind. The sheer number of people that is, 10,000 is a lot. 1 million is just like unheard of gigantic. And yet so many channels are like that. But thank you to everyone that subscribes to the channel. I'm super happy that we've managed to clear that 10,000 mark. I don't normally do benchmark kind of things, but I'm going to try and come up with something to do for the 10,000 mark that we're at. And then I think I'll do that every time we add a zero afterwards. So like when we get to like 100,000, and then we get to like 1 million, because I kind of want to celebrate those bigger things. I don't do a lot of little tiny milestones, but 10,000 just feels like such a big number to me right now. I don't know why that is. That's funny. I was actually... I don't think we're going to get quite that high apex. Are there even enough people on the planet for that? I'm actually not sure. Some of you may need to make... Okay, here's what you need to do. We'll get everyone on the planet to subscribe, but they all need to make 2 or 3 accounts, and then I think we might get there. You should watch Joe Coy on Netflix if you want to get a real laugh. Joe Coy, I have no idea what that is. I must sell my soul and play longer. Is that what it is? I will sell my soul. I'm going to put... You know what? I'm going to do one more tile on top of here. Just put a really good plug in there. So if the steam builds up in here, I don't want it to blow the top off of this thing. Wow, 10,000. The funny thing is, I was actually... I was like, man, you know, if I could get to like 10,000 by the middle of June, that'd be great. And here it is like June 6th, and we're already over 10,000. So wild. So wild. Oh, I thought he was trapped down there, but he's good. Okay, so... We started over here. Oh, good. This is all just about finished. Okay, so we're going to need a really good room here, I think, to contain the gas. And then we're also going to need... We're going to need pumps, and we're going to need generators. The generators I want to stay in the cold area. I wish you could actually pump it in without... It's such a weird setup. You have to pump it. You can't just set the generator in the space. But the pumps themselves become a bit of an issue. So, hold on. Let's do 2 and 2. I can do a ladder here. We'll do a ladder 1, 2... 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll do another ladder here. Okay. I'm only doing this so that I can actually reach, because I want to dig out this space up here a little bit. I'm going to leave this abyssalite on the one side as sort of like a barrier wall because its stuff's supposed to be like super tough. And I might even make abyssalite tiles for the rest of it because abyssalite is supposed to be super hard. I don't have any abyssalite tiles anywhere, I don't think. Let me check. I might have some over here. I have some. I think I did these one out of abyssalite insulation. Details. That one's granite. Status normal. Details. Sedimentary rock. I guess I have all kinds of stuff made over here. Granite. Granite. Oh, come on. Alright. I thought I had abyssalite tiles over here somewhere, but now I'm not even seeing them. Granite. What did I do with all my abyssalite? Did I use it in here? Granite. Nope. Did I use it out here? Abyssalite. There we go. Okay, so... high melting point. It doesn't show the strength of it. It uses floor and wall building rooms. Reduces heat. So there's something about abyssalite that says like it's super tough. Maybe it's when you click it on the raw state. Resilient crystal element. Nearly impenetrable. Hardness 200. So I'm hoping that if we build the tiles out of abyssalite, we might actually get like a super strong containment area that can keep the gas contained. Because I know that if you build up too much natural gas pressure, it just blows out the walls and the whole thing goes all the heck. So we're going to see some face. Not right now because I don't have a webcam. Bam. But so I'm going to have to set something up. Probably I'll do something for my video and I'll actually have myself on the video instead of just the game. Since for some odd reason people want to see that. This is where Kazi chimes in about he can't believe that people are that dense, but but we'll try and do something like that where there's actually a live video. I might even coax Kazi to get on the video too if I can manage that. Taking my insulation for granted. Bump bump. Thanks, Kazi. Thanks for popping in. Keep being that big jerk I am. Yep, I'll do that. Okay. What do I want to do with this gas? Okay, so I need... I'm thinking I'm going to need like double airlocks on this thing. Or maybe... Actually... Maybe a water seal would be better, because the water isn't susceptible to pressure, I don't think. Granite is better? Really? I wish there was a way to check that. Like, it doesn't show you what the tensile strength is of the things that you built. So, like, this is igneous rock, but it doesn't show how strong it is. It shows it in, like, the raw state, but you can't see it for the actual objects once they're made. Oh, well. Abyssalite is the best for sturdiness, granite for looks. What are you looking for in a tile? Well... long-term relationship or short-term. I'm looking for a one-night stand of my tile. Ooh, I ran out of coal again. Hold on. We're on the hunt for coal again because I used it all up. Coal. There's more coal way up here. Little pockets of it anyway. I mean, it's not a ton, but I think it'll do. So let's do a little ladder work up here. Boom. They can jump that gap. And then we'll get in here and we'll just dig out all this business. Actually, that works well anyway because we can get in here and get some of this. I'm going to prioritize that at a 7 because I need my power. I needs my power. So they can get a fair amount of coal there. I think we'll hold us over for a little bit. I really need to get this natural gas generator going, though. After you have it built, is your natural gas room going to be where you send the flatulent ones? I'm like, you're too smelly. You got to go in that room over there and stay there. No, not so much. Taming the Geysers, plural. You may stream until it. Yeah, I'm going to keep streaming because I didn't get into the natural gas one yet. I took too long with the steam one. So like 11:45. I'm kind of hoping maybe by another 45 minutes or so we'll have something workable over here with this gas geyser because I want to get into both. You're right. I did say I would tame them both, and we're going to do it. I'm going to get a handle on this thing, and I'm going to get some power so that I don't have to constantly keep hunting for coal because I keep using it all up on myself. I suppose if I manage my hatches a little better, I could probably get more coal out that way, but... It's pronounced absolite. Alright, you say so. I thought it was a made-up substance, but... Okay. What do we do for a living besides streaming? I work for a company that services high net worth people, and my function is in like process development, re-engineering, efficiency, that kind of stuff. So I spend a lot of time looking at how we do the job that we do, and I try to break it down and make it so that we do a more efficient job at it, basically. It's not super stimulating stuff, but I find it relatively interesting. I'm going to do a big, crazy, like, tile business up. Oh, you know what? Hold on. These guys have a habit of building the ones that are lower down on me instead of building the higher ones. So I'm going to do these abyssalite tiles up above, like so. And then we'll go down here. And I can't decide what I want to do. If I'm going to do a waterlock door or if I'm just going to use multiple... I know what I'll do. No, I don't. Okay. The gas settles below oxygen, but above CO2. So, theoretically, if I build a ladder up this way... No, that ladder's not in the right spot. If I build the ladder upwards... Let's go like this. Then I can do vertical doors... Oh, derpy. Always with the derpy walls. Because I'm just not competent enough to hold down shift. Okay, this is going to be a little strange, I confess. But I'm going to go like this. I'm going to do double doors vertically. And then I'll do ladders in here. So they can get in and out. And a ladder up this way. And what that should do is help keep the gas trapped inside. As long as it doesn't blow the wall out on me. Which is entirely a possibility. And because the natural gas settles below oxygen, I'm kind of hoping that it won't come up through this opening as easily when they're going in and out of those doors. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you're right. The waterlock door might freeze. That's a possibility. We are in a cold area, but I'm also producing a lot of heat over here. What's our temperature like? It's pretty cold. Minus 20 some odd. A waterlock over here might freeze. I'm kind of curious to see what will happen here, whether this will work. Because if it does, it's actually a little bit more efficient for me than doing all kinds of piping to send in water to have them constantly take it away on me and potentially freeze and all that kind of crazy stuff. So I'm kind of hoping it'll work out well. Powerful people in Canada, huh? So Gretzky, well, actually, most of the people we deal with are the United States. Ironically enough, there are people that are affluent in Canada, but the customers we deal with are predominantly in the U.S. Deconstruct this thing. I don't need that there. But I do need another tile there, and ooh, I actually have a decent amount of abyssalite. I got more than I thought I had. Sorry, absolite. Absolute magnitude noun, astronomy, and the magnitude brightness of a celestial object as it will be seen in the standard distance of 10 parsecs. You do have spores, better treat this as... Well, the spores don't really do anything, though. I mean, they get spores, but it doesn't really seem to have any negative effect yet. Natural gas killed your colony. Uh-oh. We're going into the danger zone. Yeah, I know that if you mishandle this gas, it turns ugly really, really fast. So here's my thought. In this space here is where we're going to build generators, and I think I'm going to make 2. And it just occurred to me these produce... Excuse me. I just remembered these things produce polluted water. So, this little setup I just built in here is not going to work. I need to deconstruct... I'm going to deconstruct this, and I'm going to send it... I'm going to go like this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to build like this down here. Like so. And I'm going to have to hollow out all this junk. And I'm going to change this over to mesh tile instead. So the water that these silly production plants produce will flow through it. And then they can dig out down here. Now the only problem is gas tends to settle. So I'm going to try to create a separate room over here that is going to house our gas pumps. I probably should have looked up what other people have done with this, because I'm just kind of making it up as I go along, but... Why don't I ask a question for the 10K Q&A? Yeah, so for anyone who's watching the stream that isn't already participating in the Discord, Golden King was good enough to set up a Discord for me, and it's been pretty active. A lot of people seem to like jumping in there and chatting a bit. So it's a good opportunity for you to chat with each other, and then I pop in there periodically to chat also. But if you have anything that you want to toss out there as a Q&A that maybe I didn't spot in the stream or you think of otherwise, then certainly mesh tile, floor, and then pool for the Pluto. That's exactly it, yeah. Then you can go over to the Discord and you can ask questions there. And then, like I said, it's a good place that people kind of chat and stuff. So far, everyone's been you know what? Of all the channels that I've seen around, the community that I've seen like revolving around my channel has been amazing. Like so far, everyone has been so nice to each other. It's unbelievable. I was always expecting like a whole bunch of trolls and stuff, and I'm sure they'll come along. But so far, everyone's been awesome, and the Discord chat in particular has been great that way. So. Appropriate. What is this word? It's not in Ray's vocabulary. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Angel of Darkness. So on the Discord, there's a chat channel for Q&A. If you have anything you want to ask, you can fire it in there. And then I will collect that up, and we'll use it maybe as part of the video for celebrating reaching 10,000 people. 10,000. I can't even believe I'm saying that number. It feels so weird. I'm going to need a ladder to reach this last little tile. I probably don't even... No. Yeah, it's unreachable. Okay. I don't even need this little tile here, but I feel like I'm a perfectionist to a tiny degree, except when I'm blowing everything up, and then I'm not feeling so perfect. Okay, let's dig in here just a little bit. I don't want to get too close to this thing in case it blows out all this junk on me. And actually, this will give me more abyssalite to work with, which will be good. It'll be good. Okay, so in here, I'm going to need to build generators. We're going to need... natural gas generators. I'm going to make them out of gold so they handle the heat well. I'm going to build 2 of them, I think. We're going to need wire. I'm going to use heavy watt wire, so we're going to need a wire bridge right about here. Booski, just like that. A little heavy watt wire in here. Connect those puppies up. That'll connect it up to our pump also. So we use heavy watt wire for that because I don't really care what the decor looks like way out here. Still decaying food. One of these days I'm going to get that little refrigerator fixed. Oh, look. Somebody farted in the fridge. Oh, come on. I get it. Oh, there we go. Natural gas. It's at -9 degrees. Actually, that's not even that... Alright, so it's not even hot natural gas. Someone's got some really cold toots. Okay. We're also going to need plumbing. Because this produces CO2. The CO2 these are going to produce is going to be a fair amount, too, I think. So let's get... Where's my... Oh, I probably should look in the plumbing in the right area instead of in the wrong area. Let's get gas piping here. We'll go like this. We'll go like... Food decayed. Always have the food decaying. Stop farting in the food, people. Come on. How can I pipe this down here? I want to get it down here. Actually, wow, look at that consistent amount of CO2 production. 64 grams. Oh, it's actually a really low concentration. Okay, so that's not bad. I was looking at that steady flow there, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? But this is actually low concentration, so it's okay. We're all good. I think I'm gonna run... I'll run the gas piping downward. Let's just cut right through here. We'll go down this way, through this locked door, and then into this space where we'll hang a hard left. Drat. This is not working the way I planned. How can I do this here? Maybe I can make a gas bridge. Oh gosh, this is going to be so ugly. Over here. Up to... Alright, I'm going to need a gas bridge. This is going to look really, really ugly. However, you got to do what you got to do. So we're going to connect it here into this gas bridge. I'm going to need to do like some extra decor management over here because this is going to be one ugly little area of the base. We use another gas pipe bridge here. I've never done such ugly piping in my base. I'm always so careful about all this. Boom, we'll connect it up down there. Okay, that's a really long way to send that CO2, but at least it's going to send it down to the same scrubber. And if nothing else, I might actually boost the efficiency of that scrubber by keeping it constantly in a pool of CO2. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't keep up with it, we'll have to kind of toy around with it a little bit, but I think it should work out okay. Can I stream Astroneer next? Maybe. I haven't... Yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of lacking for what to do in Astroneer now. I had a ton of fun with it when the game came out, and I played it a whole bunch. And I followed it for a long time before it came out. I was super excited for it. I checked out all the planets and stuff. I'm kind of waiting now for them to add in a little bit more to do. 10K traditionally calls for nudity. That's an interesting approach, Hatchet. Sorry, won't be doing that. Not only is it family friendly, but my wife would probably murder me. The geyser makes things go boom, really. Yeah, the geyser, the gas geyser apparently produces lots and lots of gas, and it has a tendency to break the walls and stuff. I've heard of it like breaking, like pushing its way through these sealed doors and everything else. So I'm kind of being like ultra careful with it. We'll see what happens. Hi, Hachi-san. Stream DST next. Don't Starve Together. I'm getting a lot of requests for Don't Starve Together. I'm actually surprised because that game's been out for a while. Yes, it is a sterile gas. Are you talking about the CO2 or are you talking about the natural gas? Boy, oh, come on. There's so much work for them to do. So much work. We don't have time for sleep. Get back to work. At least I have beds for everyone. That's a plus. I think. Oh, yeah. Okay, we got beds for everyone. We're good. Well, there have been updates on Astroneer, but they haven't really added any more to do in the game necessarily. You can make a really big explosion now. So the dynamite will set off the hydrazine gas, which empowers the explosion. So you can make some really big booms. But aside from that, it's still pretty much the same core portion of the game where you just have that little bit of exploration. And they did change the tree around for research and stuff, which sort of compounds the difficulty of it a little bit. However, there hasn't really been much new added to the game in terms of like stuff to do, and I've kind of been waiting for that, I guess. I know they have a bit of a plan that they're working towards and stuff, but I'm really curious to see where that goes because I really want to play that game more. I'm sort of lacking for what to do in it. Hi, Apple Fries. Yeah, I do actually stream regularly. So right now my schedule is typically on a Tuesday, Friday, except last week where in my ineptitude, when I went to record, I accidentally hit the stream button and we were streaming for about 30 minutes before I realized we were. But normally I'm streaming on a Tuesday and a Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I've been playing Oxygen Not Included a lot on Tuesdays, and then usually something else like Ark Survival Evolved on Friday. Yeah, Richard, there's a lot of people that have been asking to play multiplayer Astroneer with me, and I've had the chance to play with a few different people. But so many people are asking to play that I just haven't been able to find the time to play with everyone. Oddly enough, the bigger the channel gets, the harder it is to do all that kind of fun stuff. Look at this guy. He's like eating and pooping like crazy. We got slime production going on here in my ice biome. That makes no sense. I'm surprised he hasn't frozen to death. It's chilly surroundings. He's in negative 21 degrees. I thought he had to be in warmer temperature than that or he would just die. But apparently, he's still going. It's like the Energizer Bunny. If you lock the natural gas geyser in a small room made entirely with Bizlight, or Absolite rather, pressure won't go boom. Yeah. Overheat from time to time. Yeah. So, okay. So I'm gonna make the pump out of gold and hope it doesn't overheat. I mean, the temperature down here is oof. Where the water's at 42 degrees. There's water in here. That's weird. So this natural gas is at 43 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot. But it shouldn't be hot enough to break the. It shouldn't be hot enough to break the pump, I don't think. Stop answering questions when I'm in the middle of typing a response to said question. No, Caitlin. No. I won't do it. Say lava. Lava? Lava? We got some lava in here? Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. Okay, this is going well. Why do I have this pipe business going on? Oh, yeah, because they haven't... Duh. I am brains. I'm gonna use... Should I use insulated pipe? Actually, I don't really care about the heat. I can just use... I can use regular gas pipe. Insulated pipe be darned. Alright, so my plan here is I'm gonna wall this in here in a funny way. Let's go with some Absolite. If I have any left. Yeah, I do. We're good. I'm gonna do a double thick wall of Absolite here. Let them build that. And then I do double doors. Now, I have no intention of having people go in and out of these doors. However, if for any reason something breaks and I need them to go fix it, I don't want to have to break walls to do it. So I'm going to use double doors there, and hopefully the gas doesn't just blow them out, because that would stink. Hi, Jared. Welcome to the stream. We're actually going past the time where I was going to stream to. Normally I stream till about midnight Eastern time, so it usually works out being like a 2-hour stream or so, but I still want to get into this gas geyser. We got the steam geyser tackled, but I want to get the gas geyser. And until I've done that, I'm not calling it quits, and I should, you know what? I've been focusing over here so long, I should check my coal. Okay, we're good. We still have coal. Good. Producing power, so everything is okay for now. This thing's not producing power, though. Why is it not? I guess I don't have enough coal for that. Which does raise some concerning questions. But if they dig fast, maybe we can fix it before it becomes a real problem. We are going to need a liquid pump. Let's see. We're going to pick a put a liquid pump down here. I want to make this out of gold, just in case. And then I'm going to use liquid piping here. We'll pump it up this way. We'll go over, and then I'm going to send the liquid piping. Oops. All right. It's funny you can't scroll when you're doing. Oh gosh. We're going to need a liquid pipe bridge. So let's go this way. Gosh, I'm getting like the ugliest pipe layouts lately. Where's my liquid pipe bridge? There we go. We're gonna send this over top like this, and then I'm gonna use this liquid pipe to connect over here. Or not even gonna connect. I'm just gonna send it over here. Boom. Wow, that's messy. But depending on how much we get out of this, I might actually be able to supply more water into my system down here. Now, if this backs up, if we get too much water pressure and it backs up, I can put an outlet here instead, and we'll just build a pool of polluted water, and I'll use a second pump to move it. But we'll save a little bit of power, hopefully, and we'll just do it with a single pump. This all needs to be prioritized. Do my bidding. Minions. Okay. In the interest of not having to repair things out here, because I don't care about the decor out here, let's use heavy watt wire. Boom. There we go. Good, good, good. Connor still likes cheese, just so everyone is aware. I just ran out of coal. Oh, did I again? Coal, coal, coal. Yeah, I'm pretty much out. I feel like I'm spending too much time looking for coal these days. There's more coal up here, so I can build a ladder here. I'm going to do this priority 7 just because I don't want to be out of power. Right up here. We're going to have to undercut this poor Morb who's going to go for a little plunge, but that's okay because it's not me. And that's all that's really important. Poor Morb. I treat them so poorly. Oh, look, here's a pinch of pepper plant that's actually sprouted. This one's ready for harvesting. It only got a good yield, and you can see all the little peppers that are on it. They take a really long time to grow, though. This Morb is, I don't know what he's, or this Hatch is like trying to eat stuff, but it's not really eating. I think he's actually getting the meal lice that's coming off this plant. That's crazy. Still learning to do them younger than Cryptic. Yep, no, that's not hard to do. What does Super Chat do? Super Chat is a way of donating money to the streamer if you like the content that you're watching. So you click on the little dollar sign and it pops up. And what it does is it puts this colored notification in the chat so that the streamer can see it. Everyone else can see it also. And then based on the amount that was given in the Super Chat, it'll create like a little tag at the top of the chat and it hangs out there for a period of time that's based on the dollar amount. Never use heavy watt wire. No, always use heavy watt wire. Always. No, I'm just being rude. Yeah, it creates super negative decor, but I'm not really planning to have anyone come out here. This is gonna run all by itself, so I actually don't care. I'm using heavy watt wire only because it's less likely to break down, and therefore I won't have to fix it. And it'll get blocked in by these walls anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I have heavy watt wire out here too. I specialize in making my base super ugly. Yeah, the super chats are pretty cool. There's a few people that have given some super chats over time while I've been streaming, and it's been really nice. It's kind of a cool gesture. I'm out of algae. Don't I know that's a bad thing? Yeah, I mean, I'm not really dependent on algae right now. I just use it as supplemental stuff. I have algae for days. I mean, if I really wanted to, I can grab some more up here. This particular little, I don't know what you want to call it, like a seed or whatever for this game, ended up having just crazy amounts of algae around it. I produce most of my oxygen using electrolyzers, so the algae is just sort of an added bonus. I have 2 algae deoxidizers down here that produce oxygen when I need them to. Oh, actually, things are getting a little on the light side. However, I don't have to have them running constantly as long as my oxygen production is up and running. They just give a nice added boost. And I really should build a second oxygen room because with the size of the space I have in here that I'm pressurizing, this one room doesn't really produce enough. I mean, theoretically, I could put a second pump in this room rather than build a whole second room. That might be the better way to go. But I have such a mess of ductwork under here already. I've really botched up my ductwork. I've got some of this piping done. We're getting there. They're going to get this done for me. Eventually. Sooner or sometime later. Let's get all this stuff. Let's prioritize 6 on all this. Let's get as much of this built as we can so that we get... There we go. Try to get all this stuff done. We're already overshooting on the stream. I'd like to get this all functional before we're done. Hi, Ellie/Foxbot. Tried using heavy watt wire. I thought it was great. Couldn't figure out why my decor was always... Yeah, you have to manage the decor with heavy watt wire. So, heavy watt wire is important because it lets you run much, much higher wattage of power. So you can concentrate your energy production in different spaces. But then you need to kind of control the distribution of the power off the heavy watt wire if you're using it in an area where your colonists hang out. And that's what the transformers are for. So you can down convert it from the 20 kilowatt wire down to the 1 kilowatt wire. And that one doesn't have the same negative decor impact. You can run it through the flooring and that kind of stuff. Next Oni video, the hunt for the void. Oh, I would love to have another void. But the thing is, they could be anywhere. Like, I'd have to like hollow out this whole place to try to find it. I guess I could extend my reach a little bit and search out more. I could even activate, if I wanted to be really, if I wanted to be cheap, I could activate the debug controls and go find it, but I don't want to do that. Check your Steam geyser setup. Oh, yeah. You want to see if it's freezing or broken or whatever you? Crud. Well, that worked for a while. Ooh, what do we have? Why do we have polluted water up here? Where'd that come from? Did I... Oh, when I broke the pipe, there must have been polluted water in it. That's what it was. All right, so... Yeah, this polluted water is definitely causing a bottleneck, so I'm going to need to clean this out. I really am loath to do this. So there's all this nice fresh water up here. This stuff here, because the polluted water acts as a barrier between fresh water and polluted water. I guess, so first things first is I should mop up this stuff here. Let's do that at a priority sound. I need to get this sorted out first, otherwise we're going to have a big problem. Oh, such a pain. It was going really well. I'll mop that up too. Okay, now you can cancel that. Mop up this business. Let's cancel that one's good. Let's cancel that one. All right, so we're getting a flow of water there again. It's not great. There is water movement. This is the problem here, though. So we're gonna need to destroy these. And then I'm gonna have to send somebody mopping it. This stinks. Actually, they can't even mop in here. They can't reach it. Yay! All right, me and my big mouth. Everything I said that was going perfectly on this thing, I now created a barrier where I can't. What happened? Oh. Whoops. All right, we got to turn the outhouses back on. Without a flow of water, the bathrooms don't work so well. So, we're going to need buildings for people to go to the... Oh, they peed in my... Oh, come on. They're peeing all over the farm. Oh, this is about to go downhill really fast. Clean up. Clean up on aisle 6. Get this out of here before you stink up the whole place. Rotten. Just rotten. All right, we have water here. Why isn't this pumping? No power. We got the perfect storm going on. I have no power. I have no water, which means I have no oxygen production. Which means I need to do some prioritization. Oh boy. I just want to get the power taken care of with the gas geyser, but now I've got these other distractions. It's killing me over here. Yeah, sometimes it is tough to get the duplicates to sweep. The biggest thing is they have to have a place to store the stuff. If you don't have empty storage, they won't sweep. They just leave it where it is. If you can afford the materials, manual airlocks really work good for holding in water pressure. Doesn't get the same hover effect that the gas perm tile does. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't want to build all the way along there. I kind of like... The whole point of having this was just to try to get a little bit of heat conduction so it would cool things down, but... Alright, there we go. The pump's working. Soon we'll have bathrooms, hopefully. It's flowing. Okay, they stole some water from over here, but so it's replenishing that, which is okay. It'll get max pressure and that will stop. We've got a little bit of water flowing into our bathrooms and our shower, so hopefully they'll stop peeing on the floor. And they've done a good job of grabbing this coal. Okay, so that's good over there. Not worried about that now. Boy, when something goes wrong, everything just falls apart in this thing. Look at this. We're going to have the same problem again. I need to unlock this. Put that on auto. And let's get some cleanup in here. Clean up on aisle 6. Drat. I can't believe this is causing this much of a bottleneck. That's crazy. I need to get this to flow through, so I'm probably going to have to get them to clean up down here. Nope, they won't run that far. Huh. Where are they? Are they still up here? I think this is priority 5 up here, so yeah, it is. Okay, so they should be leaving that. Let's cancel this thing. Set that priority 5. Every time I think I got this thing working just great, if I didn't have this polluted water in this tunnel, this would be great. Like, all this fresh water building up back here should really be down here. Oh, boy. Stress warning, 81%. Go, go! I can't do anything about it, though. You can't directly manage stress anymore. You can't tell them to use the table. They just have to use it according to their own time. Ooh, they peed everywhere. That's why it's bad. Look, someone peed all over the... Oh, they puked or whatever. I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's urine or vomit, but they're dumping it everywhere. Ooh, look at the stinkiness up here. This is awesome. All these little distractions. This is sometimes where it's fun to play around in the debug mode, because you can do all kinds of crazy building and stuff, and you don't have to worry about all this. Cryptic, I've been to every stream the past 4 weeks. That is crazy. Particularly since the 1 week I did a stream every night. Cryptic, open that airlock. 3 high passage rate for water through cold area. Well, see, it's not even adhering here. Like, this isn't really a problem. It's back here. This spot back here is a problem. So this is open now, so they can get in here and mop. Let's maybe up the priority on the mopping. Clean up my mess. Oh my gosh. So, like, if they can get some of this out of the way... Oh gosh, they're gonna get actually all the clean water now. The ice has a really funny behavior too. When it starts to melt, it bounces around like a Mexican jumping bean. It's so weird. I'm gonna cancel this since I can't get to it anyway. Let's cancel this. Trying to get them to focus on the messy water over here. That's our fresh water now. That can go. We've got water flow down here, so we're getting a little bit of movement. I can't believe how long it's taking me to get this sorted out. It's in a workable state, and then I get it all plugged up with dirty water. You can set their only job to massage and uncheck others, and then we'll go to the table. Yeah, that would work, but I'm not... hold on. Who's suffocating and why? Why are they hanging out down there? Wait. That's a bug. Look at that. Look. They're jumping up and down like they can't climb the ladder. It's right there. Okay, hold on. Let's open this airlock. Maybe this is the problem. They're suffocating, but they're not getting out of the... Come on. Use your brain. They're going to die. They're too busy jumping up and down instead of going up the ladder. Just go up the ladder. Just go up the ladder. Soggy feet, suffocating, interrupted sleep, chilly surroundings, hypothermia, grimy hands, and grimy and dirty hands. And they won't go up the ladder. Okay. Why won't they go up the ladder? Maybe if I send them in a direction off the ladder. Like if we go, like, move to here. Nope. They're stuck on the ladder. Move to here. Nope, they're totally broken. They're gonna die. Why are they dying? Okay, great. That's just awesome. They're all now doing it. What is going on here? Let's lock this again. This is really irritating. They're all going to die. After all this work to get this colony built up, they're going to die on a ladder. Alt Q. What's Alt Q? Just quit? You think they're sliding on the ladder? Hold on. Maybe if they just deconstruct the ladder. No, none of them are listening. They're all... It's killing me. Deconstruct the door. Let's deconstruct this thing. I think maybe there's some funny business going on with the mechanized airlock when you set it to open, but look, some of them ran out, but some of them aren't. 3 duplicates just died. And now they relocked the door with somebody in there. Okay, that's good. They can run it over here at least. It just... Ugh! Look, they died up here. What are they doing up there? And why did they die? I think this is the bug that they had in the game. I thought they patched for it, but the dupes will just sometimes teleport. So Faithless Angel, Robotic Wolf died. Who else died? Robotic Wolf, Pig Rider, who's apparently still working even though he's dead. He's a really, really dedicated worker, that one. And Faithless Angel. Look, on the plus side, he's a really good worker. He's dead, and he's still hard at work. I wonder if I cancel this, will he die? Nope. There he goes. It said he was dead, and now he's dancing on the ladder. He's in mourning, but he's dead. I don't even know what to do with that now. This is actually blowing my mind a little bit. Whoops. I guess I should build some tasteful memorials for all of our... Oh, I just did it twice. Because that's how awesome... I'm getting tired, I think. That... I'm really... Oh. Yeah, a little irritated by that. Try the alarm next time. Sometimes it gets them unstuck for me. Yeah, I guess. I mean, the thing is, like, the alarm just makes them ignore all of their necessary needs. So they might actually go back to cleaning the floor instead of trying to get out. So, I don't know. Teleporting using Alt-Q is called for. Wait, Alt-Q teleports them? That's crazy. Look, he's still doing the dance down here. That's one active corpse right there. I've never seen a corpse that moves as much as that. And they don't have water flowing down here still. Like, it's not as if it's not enough. We still need to mop the floor. If they're not doing the ladder dance. I could go back in time, but I don't want to. I know it's a bug, and technically I could undo it because I totally forgot I told them to break that door, and now I've just created a whole bunch more polluted water in here because I'm awesome. It's a bug. Yeah. Zombies are an Oni. There it is right there. This is The Walking Dead. Everything's going downhill fast right now because of this. Look at that. That is one ugly, ugly looking colony. That's frustrating. I'm going to prioritize this so we get a little bit of algae. We'll get a boost of oxygen in the base. Hopefully they'll recover. They're at 94% stress, though. You can't stop Pig Rider. He's just going to keep going. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I am going to. I'm going to restart the day. So, if I go to load... Start of cycle 156, I think we'll cut it. No, that's... Is that what time it is now? Let's load the game. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think it is just about time to call it a night. I was trying to get the whole natural gas thing set up, but then I got my duplicates trapped, trying to clean up a mess down there. Because I ran out of water, and things started to snowball a little bit. Okay, are they dead in this, or are they alive? Nope, they're dead already. Yep, okay, so we gotta go back another day. So we're gonna load... Cycle 155 is the day we want. Next compliment Bubblecat will return, yeah. Bring in a new dupe that will help the stress. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna... Because it was a bug that killed them off, I'm gonna dial it back. Hi, Dale Fernley. We're actually going to be wrapping up the stream soon, hopefully. All right, I think... Yeah, people are alive here. Good. We have 12 duplicates. Let's not do that again. So, I'm going to cancel this. They can get to this polluted junk through this ladder here, and then hopefully they won't get stuck on this ladder. That would be novel. Now, they might still try to take the ladder down, but we'll see what happens. Oh, right. This is before I cleaned up all the pee and stuff they dumped on the floor. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, he died on the ladder. Food is the problem. Not really. I have 75,000 kilocalories. The sad part was the 3 dark beds, yeah. Well, they're alive now, so I don't know what the heck was going on with that bug. I haven't seen that before, but that was crazy. That was a little frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. I have hatched the upper part of my base. You should put storage bins with only sandstone. Yeah, so I have a couple spots like that. The trouble is, so I was doing that here too, but this hatch likes to wander around a little bit. But the trouble is I dump it on the floor, and then they pick up the sandstone. So... It hasn't worked out all that well. Oh, wow. Look at the mess up here. Let's get some oxygen cleaning going on up here, too. This is disgusting. Disgusting. No, actually, I don't want that there. I want this, yeah, let's put it right on the step, I guess. No, not there either. Actually, now that I think of it, it's sitting in CO2 right there. If I put it here, it should work. It's staying alive. Staying alive. You can build a pump that pumps polluted water out of the bottleneck. That's not a bad idea, except I actually can't really reach the bottleneck. And that's part of the problem right here. I think maybe... Okay, what if we... what if we just deconstruct these blocks here and then see if it will stop it from adhering so it flows past the gap and heads down this way? Ooh, what the heck? We got ice formation in here, so things got a little bit too cold in here because the water stopped flowing. We actually have to dig out the ice that formed. This thing was set up so it was working great, and now it's turning into like a painful failure on me. Won't hatches eat out of storage containers. No, they used to eat out of storage containers, but they fixed it, so unfortunately it doesn't work anymore. How do you go into debug mode? You have to go into one of the file folders and you add a plain text file that contains nothing in it. And I forget the name of the file. It's something like debug.txt or something. And then when you have that file in there, you just hit the backspace key and it enters debug mode, and you can add minerals and build things instantly and stuff. It's really handy for testing stuff, actually. Why are they taking so long to do everything? I feel like they're not listening to me now. They've decided that since I let them die once, they're gonna... Oh, no. I did. Oh my gosh. Cancel. Don't dig up my plants. I want to mop. That's what I want. I want you to mop. Mop all that business. Get rid of the gunk. Open airlocks. Last mod falls. Everything went to mayhem. Yeah. Oh my goodness. If only someone first saw this happening. Like everyone. And this airlock is fine. It should be fine. This one here, there's something weird that goes on with the airlocks now. If you set it to an open state, they don't pass through it properly anymore. I think there's some kind of a bug. Stop the ladder destruct. I don't think I have a ladder destruct set up anymore. So I don't know if they're gonna go down this way or not. I kind of want them to go down this ladder and then through the tunnel. Do you have oxygen anymore? Yeah, I do. It's not very high concentration, though, and because there's no water pumping here, my CO2 scrubber's not working, so things are getting a little ugly in here. Which means I actually should prioritize this, because I forgot I did that before. So we'll get some algae in here. That will build up oxygen levels and help push the CO2 back down. I mean, the CO2 management part of it is easy. I just have to build the pressure back up, and it'll squish it back down, and that's okay. Getting this water flow here is kind of my issue at the moment. Oh, look at that. It's doing all kinds of funny stuff now. And we got more ice forming. If I don't get this dealt with right away... we're going to wind up with a bigger problem. Why is that not working? Why can't I just deconstruct that? Destruct all. That. I think my game just died again. Wait a minute. Everyone's dying. Wait, what's going on here? Oh no, he's just tripping. Why can't I deconstruct this business? What's going on here? I can't even pick the tiles. Oh, I think my game's going corrupt on me. No! Oh wait, there it is. Now it's showing. It's so weird. Come on, guys. Get this taken care of. And somebody go get this... Oh, they did grab it. Good. Okay, so the algae... They're not running. Why aren't they running? 100 kilograms of stuff. So, I just dug out a whole bunch of algae. Why aren't they feeding it into my machines? Is it because I set them to sweep... Who's... I'm hearing really weird sound. This game is getting all messed up on me now. I'm hearing weird sound effects. That's, yeah, I'm definitely not producing enough oxygen, but... Oh, it's the sound of them jump... Oh, look at that. Pig Rider is not a happy camper. Rah, he's raging. Alright, why aren't these working? Let's get these cranked up in priority. I have algae now. They harvested it up for me. If they would get the oxygen going, everyone would be happier. Hello? They're not doing anything I tell them to now. Oh, they did this though, so that's a plus. There we go. We finally have oxygen production. Holy. This is like spiraling into... Yeah, this is time to quit. My game's getting a little fried, and I think worst part too is my brain's getting a little fried. We kind of overshot a little bit on the stream I was running anyway. Now we didn't get the geysers finished yet, but I'll get this cleaned up I think between streams so we can sort out the water supply down bottom there finally. Up in this area here, we did get everything largely set up for the geyser, but I didn't get time to cut into it. So I think what I'll do is I'll do another video rather than a live stream. Oh gosh, they're puking everywhere now. I have some serious fixing to do. I'm going to do a video maybe between now and when I do the next live stream. And we'll try and get a little bit of this stuff cleaned up so that my brain is working a little better. We can get some of these little mess ups kind of fixed up a little bit, and we'll be ready to cut into that gas geyser up top. We'll harness the power from up there. I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal getting this sorted out, except that I'm dealing with 2 or 3 other things also at the moment, and that's kind of distracting me a lot. But once I get the oxygen handled with the algae, which it seems to be it's flowing now, we can get it handled under stress a little bit because this will push the CO2 back down. Then we can sort out the water problem at the bottom. When the water starts to flow again, the oxygen production kicks in. Everything should smooth out and it'll go a lot better. I'm going to tackle that, I think, in a video between now and the next time we stream. But thank you to everyone that came out to watch the stream. Not exactly ending on the best note. This is more like a cliffhanger. Dun dun dun. Will the colony survive? Or will it plunge into death and darkness? Everyone's at 100%. No, not everyone's at 100%. But a bunch of people are at 100% stress, including Chris Cornell. Will he make it to the next stream? Who knows? I'll try to do a little bit of cleanup between streams, and we'll just upload a video for that. But thanks everyone for watching the stream. Thank you to everyone who subscribes to the channel. We've cleared 10,000 tonight, which it seems like just a monumental number to me. Again, I can't believe that. But thanks everyone that follows the channel. We'll come back next time, play some more Oxygen Not Included. I think this coming Friday I'm going to be playing Ark Survival Evolved again with my buddy Kazi. And we'll try to get a handle on some more dinosaurs before that stream takes place, since I seem to have a habit of killing them off. Maybe we'll get one that could actually survive. But thanks again, everyone. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel and you'd like to follow along in the videos or get notifications for the other upcoming streams, then certainly consider clicking on that subscribe button, and then click on the little bell for notifications also, just to make sure you get those. But thanks, everyone, for watching. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.